Hey, we love that umbrella guy. All right. Thank you.
I'm calling from Los Angeles, and I'm having a little problem under the name ThATuMBRELLAgUY. I sent him my phone number at least 20 times in the chat and told him to call me. He ignored me. I'm a man. I filed the report. If you guys could take a look at it and give me a call back, I would love to hear what you guys can do to help us. We really need to kind of stop this guy at least until Monday. I told him to call me. I'm a man.
You know what? I talk to your mayor.
Chase dreams, I'll chase money. It's so funny, nothing you can take from me. I chase dreams, I'll chase money. I go dummy, everybody hate to love me. Why? I chase dreams, I'll chase money. It's so funny, nothing you can take from me. One deep, like sweet, like honey. I go dummy, everybody hate to love me.
Who's the epic villain you missed the most? It's the umbrella guy listening to them crying as they pull the plug because their case is dying. It's falling apart, listen to them scream. Gotta laugh if they're stupid on my next live stream. The down who goes, another lawyer falls. Like reverse Pokemon, you gotta wreck them all. They just got nuked, their case turned to ash. And how they blame the places and beg the court for cash. And all the excuses, how is any of this real? They can sanction them, your honor, we cannot pay our bills. And for all those reasons and what you said about jail, I'm gonna change my arguments and blame Mr. Hales. Picture a lawyer so corrupt he lies about proof, about messages, about his own words. He even frames his lawsuits as other people's filings. Why? Because accountability isn't a word in their vocabulary.
Who's the epic villain? Broadcasting coast to coast.
Who's the epic villain you missed the most? It's that young Umbrella.
Ghost in the whip, baby. What's up, folks? How's it going today? Welcome to a Tuesday edition of Might Be Some Craziness Going On.
Oh my God, it just gets weirder and weirder. Thank God you're in the right place. It's weird in here, but you'll get used to it.
Man, if that post actually turns out to be correct.
I know I'm trying to read up on like what the heck happened. I'm still not finding anything, but yeah. But you know, I said from the beginning of this that our good friend Paint Chips was going to wind himself back up in prison at some point. There is apparently, allegedly, according to Paint Chips himself, a warrant for his arrest in New York. Sadly, it doesn't have anything to do with me.
Right. Here's the poster. Again, this is Paint Chips. I mean, you take it how you will, but it's going to be interesting to see if this is real. Lawfare alert. New York's radical DA, Michael Mann, has just issued a felony warrant for Florida. I use that word. That journalist, Paint Chips, over memes. No threats, no judge, just political revenge. Florida must not comply. What does he think this is? A state war or something?
Yeah, he does. He does
Oh my
think that.
God. He thinks
He's
he
trying to
thinks-
compare himself to Donald Trump. And he
Oh.
thinks that this is politically motivated. Of course, he always says that when he gets in trouble and, you know, he's facing jail. He always says it's political and it's a witch hunt. But really, it's just that he's a giant asshole and he belongs in prison. That's where he belongs. It's where he should spend the rest of his days. And it's not surprising. And I love how he says it's over memes. Who here, let me see a show of hands, who believes that anybody issued an arrest warrant over memes? Anybody? Anyone actually believe that? Raise your hand if you believe it. Or, you know, type a laughing face in the chat if you think he probably made revenge prawn of this prosecutor. And the fact that he would go after a prosecutor, oh my God, in New York of all places where they hate him.
Yeah,
So
you would
good.
think after the other problems with, you know, the political interference problems. Look, stop the extradition.
I mean, he really thinks that he's, you know, big stuff. He
Oh
thinks
my
he's
God.
very important. He thinks he's very big and important. I mean, he's got one of those things right. He's very large. He's very big. In fact, the photograph of that he posted of himself in the rag that he calls news that he wrote about this is so funny. It makes him look like he weighs 600 pounds. I'm not kidding. This is a photo that he chose. I'm going to share this with you now. Everyone prepare, get the eye bleach ready, because this is going to make you upset. Oh, dear Jesus. Eat a salad, Richard. What the hell? And what does he wear? Is that a Knights of Columbus? It is. It's a Knights of Columbus sash. I wonder if his parish knows that he makes revenge prawn of mothers online. I wonder if they know that. I wonder if the Knights of Columbus in Naples, Florida, knows the kind of crap that this guy is up to.
Oh man,
He looks like a thumb with a face. Where's your neck, Richard?
It looks like, you remember the Hamburglar?
Yes.
It looks like one of the drawings of the Hamburglar at the early tries that they throw on the floor. They're like, nah, not this one. You know?
He is a shame to the Knights of Columbus. The Knights of Columbus are a honorable group of Catholic men. This person right here does not belong anywhere near the Knights of Columbus, especially because the Knights of Columbus often volunteer near lots of children. And in my opinion, I don't think this man should be anywhere near children, considering the types of things he does online.
Yeah, I would say that. Oh God. Anyway, let me looking up the Hamburglar right now. It's funny. We got one guy who's obsessed with the Whopper. We got the other guy who looks like the diminished Hamburglar.
Like, I wonder, Knights of Columbus know that he goes on YouTube at night with pictures of women's backsides and asses behind him and accuses people of effing alligators and bestiality. Do you think the Knights of Columbus knows that?
That's weird, by the way. That's very distinct to really know so much about, you know? I mean, if you're like, yeah, you know what the sons of someone and an alligator are, you're like, no, but you apparently do.
It's very odd. I can't look at that anymore. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, chat, that I have assaulted your eyes with that hideous human being.
Who did it better, Harry?
Not fat enough.
You gotta see like Milton.
See, now the Hamburglar has a chin. Paint Chips does not. Paint Chips doesn't have a chin at all. It just goes from mouth straight into neck.
Oh my God. I'm just waiting for Miltoast though. He's gonna pop over the top and be like, these aren't whoppers.
Oh God.
Do you see him crying, by the way, the other day? He was like, I did a video, a satire, where Megalodon's Foe and Tug, I made fun of them, but they make fun of me being fat and ugly and asexual.
I don't think he's asexual by choice. Let's just
no. That's
what
the excuse.
That's what incels do to cope.
Yeah.
Because no one wants them to touch them.
By the way,
okay, the chat is very upset. You got the McDonald's character wrong. Paint Chips clearly looks more like Grimace.
Grimace. I don't know, man.
No, I think they're right. Look it up.
I don't know. Maybe.
No, they're right. They're absolutely right. In fact, when you said the Hamburglar, I pictured Grimace for whatever reason, because he has no neck. He has no neck. Here, I'm going to show you. This is clearly correct. The chat is right. The chat is always right. Don't argue with the chat. Here we go. Look at this. I mean, come on.
I was asking ChatGPT to make me a picture of a person that looks like a melted thumb. I wanted to see how close you would get. Oh my goodness.
Oh Lord.
Grimace, though, I just figure, with his resume and everything else, the Hamburglar, fraud and extortion. Grimace doesn't look like that to me. Poor guy. Hamburglar, though, I mean,
there is a chance, of course, that Paint Chips is lying about this alleged warrant.
That is true.
There is a chance that this is, bait or whatever.
It's more like I don't have, up,
maybe I don't care about him enough to use my time and energy to go, track down such a thing. But I'm sure some of you out there who are more industrious will look it up and find it if you want to. But I mean, I don't trust anything that any of these people say. New York is notoriously difficult to find things like warrants, and they're very difficult when it comes to FOIA requests. There are enormous wait times. They don't respond. So it's a waste of time. Let's just put it that way. And I noticed that he did not publish the alleged arrest warrant. So there's a big part of me. There's like 70% of me that thinks he's blowing smoke.
I don't know, man. We might have to have our throwdown again. We might have to start this up. The Clouder Dome, man.
Yeah, I can't believe that you would make me get in the dome. Really? For the pear-headed idiot? Do you know what he did today on his stream? Do you know what he did on his members-only stream? Let me tell you what a moron this guy is, J-Hip. He takes phone calls when he's live. Any phone calls, anyone who calls him, he picks up the phone live. His doctor called him today, and he picked up the phone on a live stream.
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
I know. I know.
I've been like, sorry, your test results are in.
Well, exactly. And then we found out later in the stream, his gynecologist called, and he has chlamydia.
No.
So yeah, J-Hip, he needs to get his vajayjay checked because he has a bad disease.
Oh, check this out though.
No one would ever have known that if he would just not answer calls during his live stream.
The guy who does the speech in Mad Max Thunderdome, Dr. Dealgood.
I know that you've quoted that speech.
Yeah. So
times.
check it out. I had ChatGPT. I was like, hey, help me out. Let's do a take of that. Let's make it about the live stream thing for co-hosts. This is what it said. It said, listen all. This is the truth of it. Streaming leads to talking. Talking leads to arguing. And that was damn near the death of the show chat. Now look at us now, glitched out, demonetized, and everyone yelling about algorithm suppression. But we've learned by the lag of them all. Doug's channel's learned. Now, when co-hosts get to beefing, it happens here and it finishes here. 2 mics go live, 1 stays unmuted. I was like, that's awesome.
Stays unmuted.
Yeah, I was like, that's amazing. Oh, that was.
Oh, that's fun.
It's pretty good with the original too. We did a few fight pieces too. The Chad GPT thinks that I guess you're gonna win because it had you dominating the whole thing. I didn't tell it first.
Has there ever been a question, really? Of course,
it was
I'm going to win.
I was like, put them both in and show a chainsaw. So it was like, oh, there's that one. Notice it's like, ooh, chainsaw. You notice he's already on the ground. Like, he's already been beaten up. And then, let's see, it had a few, it had a few. One of it put with the mask. Man, you look mean with the mask on. Check this out. This second here, there it is. Look at that.
Oh my
man.
God. Yes, that's exactly what would happen. It's
Yeah.
just perfect. It
I like
can tell
you look maniacal
ChatGPT
there. He's like, no. You're like, I'm the co-host now. Wait.
Hold on a minute. I've always been the co-host.
That's right.
There has
I'm
been
always.
no other co-host before me.
You got to change that. I agree.
Thou shalt have no other co-host before me.
You have a chainsaw? You know what? I agree totally. Never.
You know
Never.
what? I wasn't using a chainsaw today, but I did cut down several trees with a handsaw. I just want to point that out. That I am well versed in the handsaw. I could definitely like saw off a finger, you know, like because the trees that I cut down are about 2 inches around, like 1 inch around. I don't know, but so I could definitely get a finger or two with my handsaw skills.
You're like, I can take down a tree. I can take down a pear. That's for sure.
Oh, I can for sure take down a pear. I was super handy today. I was in my handy mode today. I was doing all kinds of yard work and housework. I got into the back of my dryer, probably not advisable or anything, but my dryer has been taking 3 hours to dry 1 load. And so I was sure that I was going to take the thing off the back, you know, that the vent.
Yeah.
And it was going to be clogged with
like
lint.
a person fall out from like out of lint.
Yeah. It was going to be like, 3 feet of lint come out of there. That's what I was sure about. So I had like the tools out and I'm like getting a screwdriver. I'm like, I'm going to take this out. I'm so proud of myself. I pulled it out by myself and everything. And I take it off. It's literally clean. It's cleaner than I can even imagine a dryer vent should be. What the hell is wrong with my dryer? If it's not the lint, what is it? And why do I always have these problems with these appliances? I can't afford a new dryer. Now is not the time, universe, for this to be happening. The 3 hours is too much.
We've got a lawsuit to finish up. You can't be breaking things, Megan.
I know I can't be breaking. You know what else I did? So then I go and I get a ladder. This is really unadvisable. I get a ladder and I'm like, I got to go see the vent outside. I got to see the vent. It's not the heating element. It gets hot, chat. So I get the ladder, which as I'm carrying it to get to the second story, I'm thinking to myself, this is a terrible idea. I mean, it's an absolutely, I can't believe I'm going to get on a ladder. This is the thing that happens when you fall and you break your hip and you never get up again. So I put the ladder up. Luckily, it was like a paint ladder. I get up there. I open the vent. And the vent is clean too. Like there's just no explanation for this.
I think that was
the heat. It gets super hot, chat. I'm telling you, it's not the heating. It's not the heating element.
I think that was a coded message. You fall and break your hip.
Yeah, I fall on J hip and I break him into a million pieces.
My Ray hip.
Yes, the dryer's turning. Everything. Yeah, the fan. It could be the fan not moving the air out. Definitely could be that. I don't know.
there was a weird thing that happened today too. Speaking of weird things, of course, we had that lawsuit that we're talking about, but on top of that, we had something else about practicing law without a license.
Oh my, yeah. So that just dropped today.
Oh my goodness. Let me see. I think I've got the thing around here. I had to redact almost everything and its mother off of it, though.
Yeah.
Give me 1 second. I'm making sure. Well, I want to pull up what caused this too, but I have to redact heavily on that too. It is funny though when you go in and you look at something and you're like, wait a minute, where's that shipping from again? Oh yeah, it's not from the place that Ray's at. So let's pull that up real quick. Again, I've redacted. It's very heavily redacted, but the point can be made here. So the way this kicks off is with this wonderful document here, a request for an extension of time. Now, if you've looked at any of these, folks, you'll notice, this is a basic document. We're not even looking at it because, honestly, like this was granted, by the way. There was no doubt it would be. Nobody argued over it. The plaintiff didn't object. So it was going to happen. We all knew it was. What made this interesting, though, is when you go to the back of it. And again, I have this heavily redacted. I just left one little bitty dot here, but it has a lot more information. When you go in, you can see where they mailed it here, right? And when you look at this has a certain Florida address, one that I knew it right off the bat when I saw this. And the reason I knew it was because of the Luftmobile, I was like, gross, because I've always thought, man, I'd never go near that place because of those nasty Lufa codes,
Well, it's known as the STD capital of America.
Fun place.
Which is allegedly a myth. But the fact that it even became a myth kind of creeps me out.
Yeah, that says something by itself. But there's no reason for anything to mail from there. The one is not the other, And what's weird is you've had John actually thank 2L for help with all the documentation. You had somebody else. Was it Ray? I can't remember. Somebody else. Think 2L as well, and I can't remember. It may have been there may have been 3 of them. I can't remember. Like I said, John for sure. I wanted to say LP, but I don't know if that's it. And maybe
wait, three of what?
3 people. Remember, there are people that thanked her for helping out with.
Oh yeah. It was definitely Ray.
Well, so it was probably Ray and John Cook. Maybe that was the people.
Maybe. Yeah, I don't remember. I know Ray did.
But the mailings are coming from her place. What? How does that? Why is that happening? That shouldn't happen at all.
Yeah. So I was going over it in my head today, thinking, what are the reasons like that he could say why he did that, why he had her send it, and I couldn't come up with one that sounded rational. So, for instance, let's say she helped him with his filing, which she's not allowed to do because she's not a lawyer. So already just there, that's bad. But even if, let's say he wrote it, he sent it to her to look it over, there would be no reason, even if she wrote it, there would be no reason for her not to send it to him and have him print it out and sign it and then send it in himself so that no one knew that she did that.
We have this thing called email. So if you're going to send it to somebody, okay, let's use this strange idea. I want Megan to check over something before I send it in. I'm not going to snail mail it to her home and her be like, yeah, I got to forward this on through snail mail. No, I'm going to send it through ye old trusty email.
It just doesn't make any sense to me. It doesn't make any sense unless she wrote the whole thing and then was too stupid to just email it to him and say, hey, print this out, sign it, and send it in. Now, that would be illegal too. She's not allowed to do that, but it would have been a lot harder to catch. Right? Nobody would have known if he had printed it out himself, signed it, and sent it in. But the fact that she did, is like, just sign it. You might as well have signed your name to it, Lisa. And now you're going to be under investigation for it.
Yeah.
Because you cannot practice law without a license. And look, in Florida, I've already looked this up. If you're pro se, you can have a lawyer help you behind the scenes in a limited way without saying anything to the court. But you cannot have an unlicensed person help you. They can't even I found out they can't even edit it for you. You can't even have someone look at the grammar for you. That's considered the unlicensed practice of law. And there's an entire board of lawyers who get real touchy about people who practice law without a license that they didn't study for, they didn't take a bar for, and they don't pay for.
Yeah, they don't pay dues for. That's exactly what it's about. You know, not paying dues. I asked about the complaint for this, and I may have seen that complaint.
Well, also, by the way, it's not just about the dues. It's also about lawyers who spent a lot of money on their profession and their license. And the people who are helping pro se litigants and they don't have a license, they're taking clients away from licensed attorneys. They're basically poaching clients, because without those people doing that, those pro se or, you know, people like Ray who don't know what the hell they're doing would have to call an attorney. So it's really like stealing.
Well, it's also like preying on vulnerable populations. When you get someone like Ray, who is, well, God, how old is Ray again? What did they say? He's like 81 or something.
Age 79
yeah.
or
So,
80.
I mean, that's, you know, I mean, I can't remember again. So
the entire ecosystem has a real thing for preying on elderly people.
Yeah, you would think that would be a real problem. You know, nothing. You know, again, no shade on elderly people. It's quite the opposite there. You know, we need we have laws that protect vulnerable populations. They should be enforced too.
Mm-hmm.
But
now, I don't have a whole lot of faith in any of these bar associations or these boards that are supposed to do things. So while I'm sure they'll look into it, do I think they'll actually bring any kind of charge? Probably not.
No, but it's still interesting.
It is. It's funny that they keep getting themselves into these situations. It's entertaining for us.
They also, so they spend all this time trying to convince a court that there's no conspiracy. In fact, Ray has nothing at all to do with any of these other people. They just all wrote collective letters saying that was weird by itself. Everybody decided all there. And then you have two of these folks, these non-co-conspirators here. One, again, has nothing to do with any of the others. One of them's mailing items for the other one. That's very strange. Yeah,
it's very weird. Mm-hmm. Very weird. Mm-hmm.
A lot of fun there. I found that to be really interesting. But
how dumb do you have to be if you're going to write somebody's motion, though, to not have them print it out, sign it, and send it in? He didn't even sign it. His name is typed in.
Yeah, that's a problem.
You have to sign
it. Yeah,
you have to sign a motion. It has to be signed by the litigant. Like, that's a rule. Like, that's another thing that's a problem. It's not signed. How dumb do you have to be?
They're all dumb. You know, last night we had some wonderful fireworks showing like how dumb these specific, you know, what was bad is when ye old Darth Touch, ye old Vomit.
Oh, they got a taste of his real self last night.
Yeah, I got a little bit.
I've had to deal with that multiple times. Yeah. He does not, he's a person who, he had multiple blow-ups like that when I let him be on my channel. And in fact, he embarrassed me terribly one time when I was with, I had like a debate. I hosted a debate. He wanted to do it with Kenneth Rosa, who's a very nice man. And he's the head of the Father's Rights Movement he was in Missouri. And they were going to have a debate about parental alienation. And, you know, Vomit has a very passionate stance about parental alienation. He thinks it's garbage and it's not a psychological disorder, of which I tend to agree. But Kenneth Rosa is a parent who has faced that sort of behavior, right? Behaviors.
I-
And my God, instead of having a debate about this that was, adult, where one person says their piece and the other one responds, and then you might have a response. Volmet spent the entire time screaming at him, screaming over him, belittling him. I was so embarrassed. It was the most embarrassing thing. And then I saw recently somebody on the Facebook page found a post of Kenneth's recently, and Volmet was on there disparaging him again. So apparently he's been following him around online since then.
Oh no.
Being an absolute
that hurt.
Oh yeah, to him. And I just want to say, if Kenneth happens to hear this, man, I'm sorry, because that guy he's nuts.
Yeah,
That's when he did that last night. He was screaming at Lisa. It was so fantastic. God.
You know why too? It's because in that letter that she put out this line here. I was wrongfully attached after Michael Vulpe. That's right. Let's see, who is that again? Oh yeah, Michael Vulpe requested me to do an interview when I had no audience and was told it was merely because I was a retired attorney. I was forced to endure horrible cyberbullying directly after that interview. You know what we've seen lately too is that maybe all that horrible cyberbullying actually came from these people. Oh, maybe under the skies of being other folks out there. Maybe it was them. I mean, we've seen a lot of anonymous accounts getting quoted. Who knows? I have seen them do mean things. But yeah, I like how she threw him under the bus and he didn't take kindly to it at all.
Oh yeah. Everything he said is funny because sometimes, the sun shines on a dog's ass once in a while. He can be right about certain things. And he was certainly right on about her and how pathetic her lawsuit is. And it was funny because he admitted that the only frivolous lawsuit in this whole case right now is hers. And I thought that was interesting because, he's been calling Jeremy Hales' suits frivolous from the beginning. Now, suddenly he said the only, and if you go back and get the transcript, the only frivolous filing is Leslie's. Interesting. That's very interesting, Volmet. You know what else he said last night? And he likes nothing better than to hear me talk about him, which is why I don't like to give him the satisfaction because I don't care about him. I don't care about his life. I don't care about his battles with mentally unstable women that he has taken advantage of. I don't care about any of that. I don't care. I want to not know him anymore. Right. He thinks he made a big deal about this last night. He said that I had been trying to recruit his ex. He knows about a conversation that I had with his ex about ruining his life. I have news for him. The only conversation I had with his ex was against my will because she called me and I didn't know she had my number and I picked up the phone. And I heard her out. I hung up the phone and I never said anything else about it again because I don't care about him. I don't care about his drama and his bullshit. I don't want to know about any of it. I never did. Which is why I walked away, you absolute asshole. And listening to him, he thinks that I'm on some quest to ruin his life. Sir, you've done that all by yourself. I don't need to help you in that regard.
Sir, if Megan was on a quest to ruin your life, then, well, let's just say your channel would already be gone. You know why? Because your fellow compatriot there, Paint Chips, as I've said before, that you doubt that would happen. Well, who doesn't have a channel these days? I just I'm very curious what these folks think. So if you were really after them there, do they think that he would be standing at all? I mean, some of these people, they're more valuable being up. You know what I mean? Like having 2L or having the Volmet, them having that voice, them actually going out and saying stupid things that can indeed be used against people in a court of law. Sometimes that's better than taking them down. You know?
Yeah, why would I spend my time and energy taking down a channel like his that has what 30 people who listen occasionally? Yeah, and exactly. He thinks that somehow I have a vendetta against him. I don't care about him at all.
If you
I
had
don't.
true vendetta, you would be like, "Yo, let me pull in some favors, and you know, let me see what can happen." And I think it'd be
I have had people reach out to me about him, but I haven't wanted to spend the time and energy to talk about someone who is not relevant at all. No one knows who he is. He's a nobody. He's a
it was
no one.
it was so weird yesterday to have that idiot being the smartest person on the panel.
I know, right? It was like accidental greatness.
Yep.
It was great. And I want to give him all the credit in the world for being honest, because he was honest, and he does sometimes get it right. Very rarely, but he got it
No,
right last night. He called Leslie pathetic. He said her lawsuit was completely weak and stupid, and she should never have filed it. And if the kitchen's too hot, don't get out. And
Well, there's a bigger part in that claim too. Something that Leslie and the ecosystem want people to forget. Here, this is the docket for Fed. Now, this is Fed 2, but we also have state dockets and more. And you'll notice item number 71 there is this was turned into Fed 2. A quote, notice of related cases to demonstrate defendants' actions similar in other filed. It's funny that it's defendants' actions, but okay.
Yeah, defendants' actions? Okay.
Yeah, that's really funny. But it's supposed to be
That is
about
funny.
Hales. In other filed Florida cases, 107 pages. This was her filing. They used it, all of them, to try to do damage to Jeremy Hale specifically. But they also wanted to do damage to other, like they put all of us in several courts. They put us in state court. They put this in federal court. Then they just threw it away. But I mean, they put this in high profile cases where it disparages and defames. They put it, like I said, on a state level, federal level. Even 2L put it into their filings. And they always knew that this would never go forward. They never intended. She said that many times. So this is not just a screw up in the way of she brought up litigation, she dropped it, and for us, she actually put us in, took us out, put us back in, which was a screw up. But it goes beyond that. It goes beyond the malicious prosecution. Because when you look at what she did with it, you can make a hell of a damages case with some of the stuff that she did.
Mm-hmm.
That right there, though, is something like everybody keeps leaving out when they discuss this thing. She went and put this in other cases. And she did it. She bragged about it live. So, that's really bizarre. I wonder what her lawyer thinks of that too. Huh? I love it. I love their excuse for a setup. They said Jeremy's trying to set her up. You know how? Because he tried to contact her outside of a lawyer, and it was like, she's been writing him since go. Actually had asked him, to get a quote about that. And it was before this, because I was curious, their communications. Is she trying to communicate? Oh, yeah. Yeah, she's been doing it since Jump Street. She'd been writing the guy nonstop. So to try to pretend that somehow in some way that just started, that's ridiculous. All of this, though.
Yeah, I love her. Did you hear that recorded thing that she sent to Lisa, where she basically backtracks on everything she said to Jeremy and claiming that she wasn't really making nice and he's a piece of trash and all of that garbage. I don't know what she thought that was going to get her, but it didn't do her any favors.
Oh, no, that actually is a problem in the courtroom. You know, I mean, that's even more issue. See, all of this starts, by the way, you and I haven't talked about any of this since you've been away. You know, we didn't talk about this very interesting document. And we're going to talk about the new stuff, by the way, that's come up, and including we will talk about where we're going to go with this stuff too. But we had this wonderful, you know, this is a very complicated one, by the way. Would you, it's so much reading. Would you like to read that part right there? Megan?
Sure. Plaintiff Leslie Ferderigos, by and through undersigned counsel, voluntarily dismisses this complaint against all defendants.
Whoa, my God. You know, I'm really mad, by the way.
I'm very mad that my name is not listed here.
Well, you know, they made sure to throw our names on.
Oh, and our addresses.
Mm-hmm. But then at Alice, yeah, you know, here's the thing too. Like, she got into doxing behavior and much more. In fact, when the doxing of yourself came up, what was the background noise that they utilized for that? Her case. That's what was being utilized.
See, I knew it. It wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
That's when it happened. I don't think that fat fuck that looks like a human thumb, I don't think that he even had my address until she came into this. I don't think that he had access to the databases he would have needed to get it, but I think she did.
Yep. I think that she went out and utilized this on a few people, you know, and for you, that's the craziest thing. I mean, these people, they spend all this time talking about, we never do anything like that because I'm a supermodel.
God.
I can't help but put this in here.
She literally one day said she thought she was prettier than me. And I just laughed so hard. I don't care. Good Lord, though. I hope that that's not actually true. I've seen her. She doesn't have teeth.
What? I'm a supermodel. What are you talking about? I love that. Yeah, sure.
I mean, she's delusional. She's delusional. She has no teeth.
I just... Oh my God. You know, these people, I think they start to believe the hype of their AI generated thumbnail, you know?
Yeah, right.
And it's like, that ain't you, you know?
Look, I'm almost 50 years old. I'm past, you know, I absolutely hit the wall. There's no doubt about it. But the point is, the whole point of, for women, you know, being pretty, it serves a purpose, right? The purpose is to get a husband and make some children. I did all of that. My beauty served its purpose, and I hope to just stay healthy until I die. You know, that's what I'm trying to do, is just get on the treadmill and stay healthy. The idea that a woman over 50, and I think she's in her 60s, is still somehow obsessed with this notion of girlish beauty is bizarre to me. Like, grow up.
Did you see that?
60.
Did you see that video where Lips, by the way, her filter went off, you know, when she was talking about how to
Yeah.
illegally get
God.
into the pool?
Did she? It showed that she's a lizard person.
Yeah, I was like, what in the what?
She
What's
literally
going
has
on here?
lizard skin.
Oh my God. The conspiracies are real.
Yeah, I mean, it is. They are.
Now, people need to understand too, when we talk about her litigation, her docket, it's been like this, you know, we are talking about just ridiculous filing after ridiculous filing. You see all of the voluntary dismissals. I mean, she decided to. We talked about this, you know, they tried to make up excuses when she got into this about how the divorce action, for example, that was just a placeholder to make sure they didn't lose everything. But she filed as a type a DV with kids, and we read over the documentation. That wasn't placeholder material. You can say, hey, we have irreconcilable differences. If you wanted a placeholder, that's all you need. You don't have to accuse somebody of terrible things. But you notice, voluntarily dismissed. Oh, here's another voluntarily dismissed thing. Here is libel slander, voluntarily dismissed. Oh, look, here's a dissolution of marriage, voluntarily dismissed. All of these. Let's see, libel and slander about the bank thing. We need to read that, man. we've got to read. So, you know,
yeah, they're crazy. I've read a lot of them. You know, what's interesting though, is that something that Darth Touch said last night, he was wrong about something. He was screaming about how this dismissal is going to follow her for the rest of her career. It will damage her reputation forever. And I feel I wanted to ask him, have you never read her docket? Do you not know what's on her docket? Because she has done this exact same thing multiple times to multiple people. This is not the first time that she's filed a garbage lawsuit that she had no intention of serving anybody. Look at the one she filed against her own mother. Because that one, she didn't serve anybody, and then she voluntarily dismissed it. Same thing. So he's acting like this is a novel thing for her. You know what? You know what he didn't do? He never looked into her background. He never vetted her cases. He just decided that he was going to take on her stories and her, you know, whatever her torch was at the moment, and he was going to push her agenda, and he never looked to see what it was that she was actually doing. He believed that she was a legitimate lawyer, when all along she was a fucking crazy person with a vendetta and a need for a padded cell. But he never looked.
Skin speaks.
He never looked. What kind of investigative journalist doesn't do a basic background check on a lawyer that he decides is, you know, telling the truth? He never even looked at her publicly available docket.
What an idiot, man. What an absolute idiot. It doesn't shock me that these idiots are idiots, but still, it amazes me.
First time. I don't think he knows about this. Somebody send this to Darth Touch. Ask him if he's ever seen this before.
Every time he's posting over in the quote-unquote fan group, you know, the group that they say nobody else belongs to, it's Jeremy, even though Jeremy doesn't post over there, you know.
Yeah.
But he posts over there all the time. Maybe somebody should post it for him after everything that he does. Yeah, and mail it over too. Oh, by the way, let me. This is give me a second here. I got to show you something real fast, and I've got to bring this up. So, Jeremy Hales showed the most important thing this week. I don't know.
Oh my God. Bruce from Oregon says padded cells are out. Weighted blankets are in. You're so right. That joke would have been so much funnier if I said, who needs a weighted blanket? Yes, you're so funny. Right, Bruce. You're so right. That, oh God, this is like a comedy. It's like a comedy class Bruce is teaching me right now. You're so right. I'm so old that I use the padded cell reference. 2025 reference is clearly the weighted blanket. How did I miss that?
Check this out. This is the most important thing that happened this week, honestly, or in the last week. Look at Jeremy Hale's funding. What is
my God, I can't believe you're showing them this. I really want.
He showed it on his
he did?
video. Yeah.
This was the exact same. Or sorry, the next day after Tug told you guys that he wanted this game, a game like this that we thought was non-existent. We thought it was a joke. Jeremy finds one this is why we're in a simulation. This is not real. I want everyone to just look around right now and realize that you're not living in reality. Someone is doing this. We are in a simulation, because the very next day he found this in a storage unit.
Yeah, for real. I think that's amazing.
This is crazy. I mean, this is worse than the Mandela effect. That sent me into a spiral when that I was like, no way. I said, Tug willed it into existence. Tug literally willed that game into existence. Not one of you has ever seen a Hungry Turtles game, have you? Come on, admit it. You've never seen it.
We got to modify this thing. We got to make it work for the, like I said, look, check here. This is the way I've been imagining it. Now, again, I'm not sure exactly how I want because I would have both like legs here coming out, but I was thinking the best way to do it would have actually be one long leg that would stretch out. And when they go to eat, you have two switches. You have one that'll eat, and the other one, since they're all friendly and they love each other, they slap each other when they try to get a taste of that money, though. Wha-pam, slap the other one in the head. Wha-pam, protect your coin. So I figured that would be the perfect ecosystem add-on, you know? Bam.
Unbelievable. It is so crazy that he found one. I've never heard of any other hungry animal game other than hippos. I've never seen hungry dogs, hungry cats, hungry turtles. Are you kidding? And then Tug makes it up on the show one night and Jeremy finds it the very next day.
That was amazing. I was
Oh
like,
my God.
goodness."
I was out of my mind. Out of my mind. This is absolute. Someone needs to tell Elon Musk. This is proof. We have just found proof. We are definitely in a simulation. The only question that remains is whose simulation are we in? Who is the main character? It's starting to seem like Jeremy Hale's. It really is. For a while, I thought it was Donald Trump, but I'm starting to think it might be Jeremy Hale.
Well, I mean, you know, every time these idiots start to do something too, it seems to fail, and then we get new Christmas presents in the form of litigation and fun stuff to talk about. So, I mean, we've got the docket for. So after the release, here, let me pull this up here. We got this wonderful add-on for a.
Oh God! Steve says I've seen hungry turtles. They live in Otter Creek. Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah, we're talking about a game though, not the game of sadly life. You know,
not the game of sadness. Okay,
501. Please see me.
I don't think that we have any. Is there any proof of life that any of the tortoises are still alive?
I've never seen a breakdancing turtle. Let's just say, you know. Oh, that would be a good game too. That you could put money in the middle, and you could spin them. Like you could have a little spinner, and they knock money in. You know, you go after each other. You remember those battling top games? You know, they used to make back in the day. You'd have like two tops. They'd hit each other for something. You should have that with turtles. You know, you spin them, and they roll out and try to knock money in and knock each other off the board. That'd be great.
Speaking of turtles, you know, my friend. I don't know if you know Viva. Do you know Viva Frey?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. Viva rescued a turtle today. Did you see this?
Mm.
Oh, this is funny. Look at this. So Viva, who is an attorney and a content creator.
Oh, yeah.
I've
done stuff like that. Yeah. Where's he at? Florida?
Florida.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Viva, I know. I saw that and it made me laugh because it's Florida and tortoises, you know. Oh, God.
Just checking on you.
All right. Well, I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm good. Hey, by the way, Sissy said that she something about some ramen or something.
I already made her some, and she's being a little baby about it.
Okay. Hey, we can make sure she can get it out and everything.
I already got it out.
Thank you. Appreciate it. All right. Thank you.
Also, after your stream, can I play some video games on your laptop? Well, not laptop, but computer. You know what I mean.
Oh my. We'll talk about it afterwards. Okay.
I just want to play this silly axolotl computer game.
Okay. Well, we'll talk about it afterwards.
I see you, Michelle. I see you.
I get a after the ER stuff. I get a check on me every at least hour. Yeah, you doing okay? Yeah. Yeah.
I see. Michelle doesn't think that we see the chat. I see you, Michelle.
Oh, I saw that come through too. You said the chat was too fast. Didn't think we see. Yeah, I check it. I don't. Sometimes it depends on what I'm doing. Like I'll look at the chat sometimes, but sometimes I'm looking at documentation. You know, you can hear me clicking and stuff. Sometimes it's doing something. So, but yeah, I also don't like, you know, talking about chat speed. I like a mobile chat. I like one that moves, you know, because what that says is it's energetic, you know, it's alive.
And I always keep up with chat. Snow Rule says, but wait, why isn't he putting it in a tarp oven? I know, we'll never know. It's a very good question.
Why did he spin it on his back like a top?
I don't know. I mean, I just
isn't that how they live in the wild? I thought so.
Don't they roll over and just play dead? Will you remember me? Will you remember me, turtle? He said it was so funny.
So we get this popping up on the docket. Check this out here. We have Jeremy Hales with his LLC. We have George, and we have Leslie, wait a minute though. Plaintiffs, notice that represented by Randall Shockett. Who's the defendant now? Oh, it's Lips. Oh no, that's so sad. I thought they said this would never happen. Look, too, he could actually pay the bill on how much it costs to file. Not $4, $400.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Well, that's a thing with Lips too. You could tell that she didn't really want it to go for it. She didn't even pay the correct amount at first. She paid $4, not $400. We also, along with this, got our wonderful civil sheet, and the beauty in the civil sheet is what it's telling. It tells a few things about how this goes forward, including like amount of claim. Amount of claim. Let's see, check boxes. Please indicate the estimated amount of the claim rounded to the nearest dollar. The estimated amount of claim is requested for data collections and data only. So let's see, are we talking about $8,000? No. 8 to 30? No. 30 to 50? 50 to 75? Oh, 75 to 100? No. Over $100,000, Leslie. Good job stepping in that one.
Wait, Michelle, what do you mean? Did we see that Fleas admitted it to filing Ray's stuff? She admitted it? Where? If she did, would you send that to my email? I'd like a timestamp and where the admission is, because that's a real bad admission if she made it. That's and Jeremy could use that admission because he just filed a complaint about this very thing.
Those people, man. I mean, they just, God. I mean, you couldn't create people that were stupider for this stuff. Again, you never know how a court's going to decide on something, but you know what I do? I think they really give you the best chance of winning in a courtroom and everything else. These idiots, God, man. So what kind of case? Again, we'll look at the document in just a second. But what do we have here? We have negligence, other with business torts. Let's see, any other checks? Remedy sought. Monetary, non-monetary, declaratory, injunctive relief, and punitive. Man, that's wild. There has notice of any known.
What are we reading? I don't know what we're reading. I'm lost.
This is the civil cover sheet for Jeremy Hale's case.
Civil cover sheet for Lips's case, the case against Lips. Oh, I hadn't. Okay, I got it.
Oh, you haven't looked yet.
I haven't. No.
Oh, well, let's. Have you read over the?
I read the case. Yeah, I read the complaint. Yeah.
Yeah, I always like at the beginning. I look at the civil cover sheet too, just to see if there's anything interesting in it. Just yeah.
Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. I was reading the chat.
That's fine. Only one of us actually needs to know what's going on.
Right, that's true. I'm here to go. Yeah.
Exactly. Well, remain. I'm here. I'm not here to keep this on track. What's up? I'm here to derail the conversation. Come on now.
I'm here to make memes on ChatGPT while you talk about shit.
Hey, that's actually what I do. I made even when we were talking, I was like, for real, I had it make a guy who looks like a thumb, like a melted thumb.
Did it ever come up with anything good?
It looks like a guy as a melted thumb. His head is a little long for him, though. That's the problem. Oh my God. My computer is lagging. Give me a minute. I was going to pull it over there, but it's being stupid.
Maverick, shut up. Stop being such a smart ass. This is, hey, Megan, glad you joined the show. You know what? I'm having an off moment, okay? Just usually I'm right on track. I'm paying attention. I may or may not have had 2 IPAs with dinner.
Check this out. May or may not.
I may or may not be on my 3rd. So, whatever happens after this, It's out of my hands. Really.
Co-host is here to be entertaining, and you're like, "Am I not entertaining? Are you not entertaining?
Are you not entertained?
That's what it made."
Actually, that looks like Ray's neck. He does seem to be melting these days.
Well, it's been funny to listen to all the talk about Ray too. We haven't really even talked about that. It's been interesting to listen to that talk, because apparently when a person has something in their personal life, they're a target unless they're in the ecosystem. Then it's okay, and you're supposed to leave them alone. Everyone else, though, it doesn't matter. I see. That's very strange. It's strange how that works. I'm glad I understand the rules to this now. Here's the case itself, though. Here's Hale.
Okay, wait. I'm going to try and pay attention. Hold on. I have to get focused. Okay, ready? All right.
It's Hales and George versus Leslie Federigo's. Which again, they wanted to say that there would never be any way that there would be a lawsuit. Oh yeah, she gave a few of us very legitimate grounds. And Jeremy jumped right in there and made sure that she couldn't back away. Now, for the rest of us, we would have had a problem. We would have had a problem about having any cause of action, but she decided to do something really stupid. What was that, Megan? Do you recall?
Shit, there was a pop quiz? I wasn't paying attention again.
I figured I'd catch you doing something else. That's how I was messing with you.
It's the chat's fault. They're being
totally
funny.
Your fault.
They're being
totally
funny.
Your fault.
Damn it.
He's like,
Chat.
Damn you, Chad, making me not pay attention.
The chat's fault.
It sounds like somebody in school, you just get
Am I in high school? Why
little
are we...
Bobby over there was distracting the teacher. The chat caused it. They're in the back making noise again.
Bad chat. The chat is trying purposefully to derail me.
Oh, we had Leslie make this mistake of taking us out of the litigation. She added us, took us out. She threatened us over and over again, saying that she had 2 years to hold it over our heads. Then she decided that she would shove us back into it, and that was her mistake when she went and added us again.
Huge mistake. Huge.
There's a cause of action for us, Well, people were like, "You guys don't have a cause of action." Oh, yes, we do.
Oh, yes,
we very much do.
And I don't know if she knows this. I'm just going to go ahead and say it because there's nothing she can do about it now. It's a done deal.
Did I lose you? Oh no.
Oh no, what happened? Did I go?
You were like, hey, I'm gonna just say this right now because it's a done deal. And then sound right after that, no more sound. Out. Yeah, that was amazing though. It was like almost like it was purposeful. I was like, I couldn't have muted you and made it sound like better.
Signal. I have stupid signal problems. Anyway, when you file and dismiss against somebody twice in Florida, it triggers the 2 dismissal rule. And that means that you get an automatic ruling in your favor. So it's as if you got a judge's order saying, guess what, Tug and Megan, you win.
Yeah, I mean, that's why when we say we won, we really did win.
No, we really did win. And guess what? Lisa said a bunch of times last night, they didn't even get served. They don't have any grounds. They didn't even get served. They weren't served. Oh, no, we got an actual ruling on this lawsuit and we won. And that means that we might as well have been served, right? It basically acts as a ruling in your favor. You get a decision because of the 2 filings and 2 dismissals. She did it to us twice.
Mm-hmm. That was very dumb of her.
Very dumb.
Yep. And she thought that would be a wonderful way of harassing and making us worry. And you know what? Anyone that's added to litigation, that can make people worry. So, stress, anxiety, damages. She meant to cause damages. That's the kicker there. She wanted it to cause damages. So,
She
good.
said she wanted it to cause
Yep.
damages. She said she wanted it to be available on the public record when anyone Googled our names. And then she said that she was going to launch an SEO campaign against us so that whenever anyone would Google our names, what would they find? Her defamatory website.
Yep. I mean,
And the
she
lawsuit.
screwed up. God, she screwed up. And so, like these people say the things you shouldn't say out loud. Sometimes I am amazed by them going out. I'm shocked by it, to be honest. I'm shocked that they would actually say some of these things. Like, you're not supposed to admit that. I mean, I'm glad they do, but why would you?
I don't know why they keep doing it.
Does that not
But
amaze you?
Lisa, by all means, Lisa, keep thinking you know everything there is to know about the law, because it's really funny watching you crash and burn.
Well, it's really funny watching their so-called legal minds here too. These people that were lawyers. Like you have somebody, again, retired lawyer that apparently wants back in the game, by the way. That's another thing too. They kept saying that Hale's, he and his team had never talked to Leslie. How then did they know something that only the ecosystem knew about? That would be her trying to get back in the license game in New York. How would he know about that?
Exactly.
I
don't know.
They either have a leak, which outside of her, or he talked to her, one of the or both. Well, either way, I mean they've got a problem there. But I mean,
I wonder what she want. What does she want her? Why does she want her license in New York? Is she moving to New York? What is she going to do with a law license in New York?
I don't know.
That's something. Oh my God.
Paint chips.
Brian sent us something hilarious. This is frightening.
Oh,
but
God.
We have a picture of paint chips as a thumb.
Oh God. Oh man. You know what? He looks more dignified there. That's the sad part.
He actually looks better as an actual thumb.
He does. As a thumb. He does. That guy looks more trustworthy as a thumb.
This guy looks much nicer. He doesn't have the psycho dead eyes.
That's amazing.
Oh,
I've been amazed by these people though. Like Leslie, I was shocked by how much stuff she put out in public too. If she actually thinks, if she and her husband, they want to think, by the way, people need to stop cutting him slack and say, no, he doesn't know. No, he's complicit. He's very much complicit. By now, there is no reason that he would not know that she does this kind of stuff. I mean, she's done it how many times?
Oh, yeah. He knows. She's done it against him. He knows. Yeah.
Let's see. Let's pull this up. So our complaint here, we have, of course, where people are located. There's this, by the way, will be corrected. There was an error with George, I guess, her residency, because it says Levy County, which happens. You get errors in documents. So there's an error. But it goes through, where places are based, with the LLC, Germany, where they live, etc., and jurisdiction. We pop in again. We know the jurisdictional rules. We've talked about this stuff before, but just in case you don't know, this court has subject matter jurisdiction over action pursuant to blah 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 blah. And this is an action at law in which the matter in controversy exceeds $50,000. Exclusive interest, costs, and attorney fees. So, outside of that, again, she's starting to play for real monetary sums now. She will with us too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we're again, I'm serious. I told her, like, I was very nice about it. By the way, my offer's off the table if she suddenly decides that she wants to she wants
Yeah, it's too late.
Yep.
My offer
Is it-
expired also.
Yep. 100%. That's what we said the weekend. You know, I saw
And
your post on
also
it.
Lisa, by the way, Lisa has said that our offers to Lips were extortion and blackmail. Is she an absolute moron? Because this is the way litigation works. It's called a settlement offer. And you're allowed to say to someone, listen, if you do A, B, and C, I won't do this. Or the consequence will be less, or whatever. We'll only
So-
file for attorney's fees or whatever. You can say whatever you want as far as, okay, look, here are my demands. If those demands aren't met, well, then I'm going to go forward with this plan. And if they are met, then I won't go forward with that plan. I mean, Bruce did it to me.
Yeah,
Bruce remember when
Bruce
Bruce sent us that email that said, if you
That's-
stop your
that's
coverage,
blackmail. Mhm.
I guarantee that you won't be sued.
I guess that's blackmail then.
I guess that's extortion and blackmail. What about
Well-
what he sent, the letter that he sent to Shizzy? Take down these videos by 5 p.m.
Oh,
or
is
you
that
will
something
be
they
sued.
discussed yesterday? Is that why they had an extortionist and a and a guy that
No,
was
I
convicted?
noticed that they have not discussed Shizzy at all.
Well, I know that, you know, they talk about extortion and blackmail. Is that why they had a certain person on their panel the other night? They brought in an expert.
An expert. He's an expert extortionist.
That's another that I do not
They
understand.
never talked about Shara, the letter that he sent to Shara that she put up in her video, where Bruce said, if you don't do X, Y, and Z by 5 p.m., if you don't take down your videos, you will be sued. How come that's not referred to as blackmail and extortion?
Yeah, I noticed they have not brought up, like you said, both of them with Shara, Shizzy. Man, what's up with the S words, by the way? Yeah.
Shara and Shizzy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bruce is very focused on both of them.
Well, you know, he thought they'd crack. So, but that's the same thing with Lips. Lips decided again, you know, doxing wise. Well, that's where the whole doxing thing, you know, the attempt at it anyway. I don't know the particulars of Shizzy's life or whatever, but I know that they definitely thought they found something. They definitely intended to do damage with it, and they said that it was all tied to this litigation, which that indeed was blackmail and extortion because they dropped things. That's how that works. Okay, the other side of it, though, when they're like, hey, if you buy blah blah blah, then I won't. Yeah, either it's okay or it's not okay.
Yep. But it's always everything they do, it's always okay for their side to do whatever.
No, yeah.
But it's not okay.
I mean, they went out. Oh my God, man! They went out and doxed. They were also. I noticed, like on. Let me give me a second here. I'm going to quote this correctly. It's my phone still. I noticed that they were on community posts. So 2Ls had posted their thing about the lawsuit that we're talking about right now, and their chat, their people out there were not only talking about false flagging him and everything else, but they were also talking about, I think it's time for his family to be brought in. I think it's time to Jeremy's. They want to target more.
Geez.
They want to see if they can find anyone in there.
They've already targeted his family. They tried to contact his ex-wife. They brought his son into it. Like, how many more family members are they gonna?
They're calling for
go
it just
after?
straight up, you know, like just straight up on there. Oh, what a bunch of freaking nasty weirdos. That's why, again, you know, Lips, they can spin this any way they want to. Lips screwed up. She decided that she wanted to be part of this. She decided that she would get fame, that she would get money. Even though she denies all of that, she embedded herself in this. She didn't do a one-off interview like she said, and then I got so bullied. No, she decided she would set up a website, bully exterminators. She decided she would target people, calling them bullies. She would do a pay for hire scheme. Essentially, she set up a, write us in and we'll come after your quote unquote bully. So just point us at somebody and we'll go after them. They thought they had a new racket there, and they made all of these videos, which that's another thing I meant to add. So we were talking about the cases, that she had previously. Well, when she targeted her mom, remember Megan went over videos that were just like those bully exterminator videos, the Hodunk Hillbilly videos. They were aimed at her mother. So she's done that multiple times to other people too.
Yeah, her mother-in-law. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, she had some at her own mother too, but she had removed those from YouTube by the time, or TikTok, wherever she put them, so we couldn't get them.
She aimed them at that lady that, what was it? I can't remember her connection. Was she a ex-client or?
Yep. An ex-client.
Ex-client. Yeah. So, I mean, this has been her MO. When she files something, she harasses the hell out of people. And that's another thing. Does she think that that's going to play well? Like, hey, are we going to go forward all the way to through Discovery? Again, we had so much stuff on this lady that we had to, I just stopped picking up stuff after a while. I was like, man, I can't prove my case any better.
I know, I did too. I stopped it too. I stopped like collecting it because it was just like, oh, this is overwhelming. She's insane. And anybody who Googles her should be able to see that. I mean, something that I never put out there that I have, is evidence that she completely lied in that lawsuit against her parents, where she said that they had accused her of having an OnlyFans page. Well, guess what I found? I found all of her TikTok advertising for her adult stuff.
And it's weird stuff, man.
Oh, it's so weird, you guys. It's so weird. It's so bad that I don't even think I would play it on Rumble. I mean, I could, but it's so disturbing. It bothers me so much that I don't want to have that on my channel. It's weird stuff, you guys. It's weird. And the pictures, she had an entire TikTok full of sexy housewife stuff. It was weird.
Yeah, when it gets into the other, let's just say it fit right in with the ecosystem. How about that?
Yeah.
I mean, for real, like some of the stuff we've seen, them pop up with the dog mask and all that, she fit right into the fray. I was like,
oh yeah, talking about drinking out of a dog bowl or eating out of a dog bowl with a guy wearing a demon mask. Like, she has an obsession with demons. If you remember those posts on the Facebook page where they were all those demonic faces, that was all her. Posting demonic faces and things. Well, that was a theme in her adult material as well.
How dare her, by the way, say that, she had no problem with Jeremy. She didn't mean any harm to him. She just compared him to Charles Manson, the devil, and,
the KKK.
But none of that was damaging. There was no problem there. It's like, are you kidding me? Are we really going to try to sell this here? Come on. So this is in Orange County, Florida, by the way. So we have it set up for Orange County, Florida. And then we have our statement of facts. So on or about May 19th, 2025, defendant Leslie Federigo's filed a lawsuit. Again, case number, if you're interested, if you want to look up the docket on that, against plaintiffs Jeremy Hales in the LLC and against George in the Circuit Court of the Ninth. You know what sucks about this too? By the way, George has been put out there enough that, I mean, it's become commonplace. She's had to embrace that. You get to the point where you have to, and that's garbage. It's the same thing she tried to pull with me. Like I said, I don't go by my real name, but they try to intimidate.
You don't go by Mathin?
No, Mathin. I mean, well, it shows like how it shows my background as a mathlete.
I call you Mathin all the time in my head. It's just, that's how I refer to you now, Mathin.
I'm over here. What you doing, Tug? I'm mathin'.
Mathin'.
They'd be like, oh, I'm sorry, I called you wrong name. I was like, no, I'm talking about what I'm doing. Come on. But
Well, it's better than astroturfer.
These people, man. It was weird to see somebody typo Matthew. I've never in my life seen that happen before. You know, you would think you'd be able to get that one right. It's pretty basic. You know, it's not that difficult. Oh, I might have. Give me 1 second. Hey, is that? I heard the door come open. Who was there? Yeah, that's what I thought. Hey, come here for 1 second then. What you need? You need a hug?
It's always me.
Huh?
It's always me.
It's always you? Okay.
Or Sissy. And me.
Yeah, it could be Sissy too. All right. Well, here.
And me.
Yeah, of course. Give me a hug. All right. By the way, did you ask what that shirt is? It says happiness is dancing. That's your dance shirt, remember?
That was my dance.
Yeah, your dance shirt. All right. Well, hey, go upstairs. Hey.
Happiness was dancing. Just
Yeah.
like that. I have.
Yep. Hey, if you want that thing later, you better go upstairs and
Can you give me a hint?
well, I'll tell you when we get done.
No, a hint.
Nope,
Like a
no.
little hint.
Yeah, it's a thing. I've got something for her, and she's like, what is it? I'm like, well, it's a thing, you know. She looked at me like,
Thing.
what?
Like a lip gloss?
Oh man, she got maybe that's it. She lost another tooth. You know, all her front teeth are gone now. You know, she got the little teeth coming in. But it was funny because she was eating corn on the cob, and when she was gobbling away, her tooth came out, whap, and it flew off, hit, and we still haven't found it. And she was so worried. She was like, "No, the tooth fairy! I won't get my money, my candy money." Oh my gosh! I know you can hear it. She's poked back around. She's like, "I can hear you still."
Yeah,
All right,
she
hey,
can hear you.
close the door, kiddo.
I just realized I have a package that was sitting under my desk from What the Hales that I never opened. And it's been sitting here for like, I don't know, a couple weeks.
Is it ticking?
Let's see what it is. It's not ticking. I think it's safe. But I
It's
want
a
to
life
see what it
preserver
is.
because you're drowning in this content.
I want to see what it is. What is it? It's got to be something. Why is it in all this paper? Fuck's sake, Jeremy.
Why protect this stuff?
What?
My Lord.
And now bubble wrap. Oh,
Yeah.
what is it? What is it? Oh, what is this? This says, oh, it's a Hot Wheels toilet.
Yeah, that's that Matchbox toilet.
Oh my God, it's two of them. Wait, is these two? No, wait, there's a toilet and then zippity zim
Yeah,
on a quad
the-
rod. Oh my
Yeah.
God. That is so funny.
I've got the
Oh my
I've
God,
got the
is that a
plunger
tip?
toilet sitting in front of me over here.
Then they gave me a little baggie full of, it looks like a tiny toilet paper roll and something that looks like, I don't know what that is. Is that a poop emoji? And a flea. Oh my God. These things are so funny. And what is this? Is this a keychain? Oh my gosh. You guys are so funny over there. I know this is probably Deanna. Deanna likes to send me things. And
No, they've made they sent me a pencil sharpener that on the pencil sharpener it said tug, and then I was like, that's funny, you know. I like
a sticker. It's a What the Hale sticker that's totally going on my laptop. And a keychain. Oh man, I'm putting this on my keys like immediately. Jeremy, if you're still in the chat, thank you. I'm sorry I didn't open this. I had it sitting here because I was like, I'm going to do this on a live stream one day so I can, tell people what is in it and show them. I'll post some pictures. This stuff is so cute. Oh my gosh. Thank you.
it's funny. It's been hiding under there for God knows how long.
Yeah, it's been there for weeks actually. And before I went on vacation, it was there. And I completely forgot about it until you were talking to the little one and I saw it sitting under my.
You were like, oh, perfect time.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see. Okay, here we are. In her lawsuit, the defendant alleges claims of defamation invasion of privacy, intentional infliction of emotional distress, negligent infliction of emotional distress, cyberstalking / harassment, civil conspiracy, and tortious interference with business relations. What business relations, by the way? You know,
Yeah.
I mean, out of all, like what? It's funny when the ecosystem would go over this. It was hilarious to listen to them try to bend over backwards to make any of this make sense. You know, I mean, they would tell her, first of all, like she loved going on Vulpe and paint chips, and even Vulpe would be like, you ain't got a case with this. This is stupid. And paint chips would be, well, if maybe if I turn this way or that way, maybe I can make it work. And it's like, man, if you've got that guy, he's the one that you've got trying to make it work for you. You might as well just say you don't have a case. And she did by trying to dump it. So June 16th, 2025, defendant filed a motion to amend her complaint, acknowledging that plaintiffs had not yet been served with process. Defendant's lawsuit arose after she participated in interviews regarding ongoing litigation involving plaintiff Jeremy Hales, despite having no prior involvement with the plaintiff.
I just realized what I'm going to do with this tiny toilet paper
Oh my
roll.
God, I thought something terrible. Or you found something amazing, and it was like, no, the tiny toilet.
I just realized what this is going to go for. I am putting this in Turtle Purgatory, the Lego Turtle Purgatory, with the fly and the poop. It's all going in the shit shack. I don't know if they meant this for this, but that's where it's going. It's going to make my Lego build so much better. All right, I'm sorry. I'm done geeking out. I mean, you can go back to reading this incredibly exciting lawsuit.
That's so funny though. I thought, oh my God, you found something in this? No, of course not. It was just a tiny Lego toilet. You're like, oh my God, I have them. Oh, it's so funny. Okay, let me see. Oh yeah, interviews. I forgot where I was at. I was like, where was I at?
I am totally gonna derail you again. Don't worry.
I was looking for the part where it says, but I couldn't find it to pick up this. I remember. Oh yeah, that was it.
I'm going to show you pictures. I promise, chat. I'm going to send it to my email right now so that I can pull it up so you can see it.
So defendant's lawsuit, though, arose after she participated in interviews regarding ongoing litigation involving plaintiff Jeremy Hales, despite having no prior involvement with the plaintiffs. Then defendant's lawsuit has now been dismissed. So defendant filed and maintained her lawsuit without probable cause and with malice. Indeed, defendant used the lawsuit. Here's the part you were talking about, by the way, Megan, right here. Defendant used the lawsuit for improper purposes. For, denotes, claims, quote, make the claims have an official stamp of approval because they are part of a public record rather than to seek legitimate legal remedies. It was so stupid of her to say this.
Yep.
You know?
And she did say it, and it's on tape.
Yeah. Yeah. It's wild that she went out, she made videos about this is the way that she likes to do things. She also, I think there's another interview that she was involved in where she talks about, when she was practicing her approach, and some of that stuff is not good for her either. Also, as a result.
Okay, wait, I've got the picture. Can I show chat?
Yeah.
All right, chat, get ready for it because this is hilarious.
Oh, yeah.
Look, it's a tiny toilet paper roll and a poop emoji with glitter and is a fly. So the fly probably sits on it's all going in the shit shack. It's definitely going in the Lego shit shack, and I can't wait.
Yeah,
I can't wait.
I've got one that was sent. Somebody sent one, and then Hale sent one of these too. You know, and I put one of them together because I had two. I was like, I'll take one out and put it together, and they're funny. And I thought it was really funny.
Well, the funny thing about the little Hot Wheels, the Hot Wheels thing is that it's called Deuces Wild.
Yeah. That's so when you look
what
at
are the
it,
chances? Again, we're living in a simulation. There's no other way. There's just no other way to see it. How does Hot Wheels have a blue toilet called Deuces Wild? Check it out. There's the keychain. How fun is that? Isn't that cute? It's going on my keychain for sure.
it's a huge keychain. You could throw
I
it in
know,
the
it's-
mugger, knock them out.
It's
Swing
really
around like a mace.
Yeah, you're right, Chad. I'm not using my correct avatar. We need the derailer. Where is she? Here she is. There she is. Sorry, Tug.
I don't know. Maybe I'm gonna bring Jay in here.
Don't
yeah.
threaten me.
That would have been perfect if Jay was waiting in the wings. I muted you and he popped in. Oh my god, that'd been really funny.
I would not find that funny at all. Nope.
I wonder. Let me try something here. Let's change. So one second. Perfect. All right. Look at that name. Don't worry, Jay is replacing me soon. Your avatar name is amazing now.
God dang it. How do you do this to me?
There could be only one.
Stop changing my name.
There can be only one, and it's Jay. Oh my god, that's funny. Okay. All right. Claims for relief. Count one, malicious prosecution. Why don't any of these people understand what the hell malicious prosecution is? You would think like a lawyer might actually know what malicious prosecution is.
You would think.
That, by the way, detailed, quote, malicious prosecution occurs when someone, they start or maintain a legal action, criminal or civil, against another person without proper justification and with the intent to harm or cause damage. It requires proving that the original legal action was pursued without probable cause, was terminated in favor, and was motivated by malice, which all of that is easily proven because she admitted it all. You know, her statement, that video that she made talking about why she does things, that is damning because it proves that she doesn't do this for legit purposes.
Yup.
What an idiot, man. So, malicious prosecution. Defendant filed a lawsuit against plaintiffs in the Circuit Court, 9th Judicial Circuit, Orange County, Florida, on or about the 19th. Again, we went through all of the different items there, and as it notes here, the proceedings was terminated in favor of plaintiffs. Again, they love to spin it like, oh, it was a dismissal. No, it was a win for us. Sorry about your luck. There was an absence of probable cause for the proceeding. Yes, indeed. Defendant's lawsuit was based on allegations that were not supported by material facts or existing law. That's true. When you look at what she presented, it was absolute garbage. Hey, anonymous people are out there. They said these things about me, or random people said these things about me. Therefore, there's a conspiracy between a bunch of people, random folks, and somehow that's proven by Facebook. I don't know. So bizarre. Defendant filed lawsuit after participating in interviews regarding ongoing litigation involving plaintiff Jeremy Hales, despite having no prior involvement with the plaintiffs. Yes, indeed. That the funny thing is, she admits to that. She did interviews. She decided, hey, I want to get involved in that, despite, again, she had never had contact with him before.
Such a strange thing to do.
And she acted with malice. That's an important part of it. Very important. Malice. That's also a thing that Lynette keeps forgetting with bank. I'm wondering, by the way, did they ever fix the address problem that they had in bankruptcy?
What address problem?
You know, they, with all of their creditors, remember there was a ruling that said if they don't fix that, then that was going to be dismissed. So did they fix the problems? Because I didn't see.
Are you talking about LMNOP's bankruptcy?
Yeah. That's what I said, wasn't it?
Oh, I don't know. I don't understand the bankruptcy docket at all, because I think they use words that we don't usually use in other dockets, and I don't know. So I don't know what they're doing. It looks like they may have thrown out a bunch of her stuff, but then
she
again,
had, on the 9th,
don't know.
Well, on the 9th, she had actually, let's finish this and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Yeah, because I don't know where that went. So defendant filed and maintained her lawsuit for the improper purpose of giving her claims a quote unquote official stamp of approval by making them part of the public record rather than having for a legitimate purpose of seeking legal redress. You want to read from here?
Oh, sure. You want me to read?
Yeah, then, it'll keep you
Plaintiffs
entertained.
suffered damages. Oh no, I'm very entertained. Trust me. This is the most entertaining stream I've been on in a very long time. I don't know how long it's going to take you to figure out how entertaining
This is the most entertaining stream I've been on in about a week. You're like, wait a minute, you've only had one, and okay.
But okay. The plaintiffs suffered damages as a result of Shut up. As a direct and proximate result.
I'm stopping.
As a direct and proximate result of defendant's malicious prosecution, plaintiffs have suffered damages, including legal fees, costs, reputational harm, emotional distress, and business losses. Count 2. Abuse of process. Plaintiffs repeat and reallege the allegations set forth in paragraphs 1 through 15 as if is fully set forth herein. Defendant made an illegal, improper, or perverted use of process. Defendant filed a lawsuit against plaintiffs and then used the existence of that lawsuit for purposes beyond legitimate legal redress. Defendant had an ulterior motive or purpose in exercising the illegal, improper, or perverted use of process. Defendant's ulterior motive in filing and maintaining the lawsuit was, inter alia, to make the claims have an official stamp of approval because they are part of a public record, rather than to seek legitimate legal remedies.
By the way, by the abusive process. Remember here, with abusive process, that refers to the misuse or perversion of legal procedures for the purposes beyond in the intended scope, often to harass, intimidate, or gain unfair advantage. It is not merely about initiating legal action without cause or malicious prosecution, but rather about the improper use of legal tools within an existing case. So you're talking about the legal mechanism. So if you're wondering about what's the difference here with the malicious prosecution, with that versus this, well, you're talking about her misusing legal mechanisms like lawsuits, subpoenas, et cetera, et cetera. So her bringing the lawsuit by itself for some ulterior motive. That's a problem.
Her ulterior motive was to run PR for herself. And Rogue Mama says Jay is going to start requesting lunch. That would be a funny one. This would be a good time for that, probably.
Oh God, that would be really funny.
It would be. I liked his motion for moral bankruptcy.
Yeah.
To have her declared morally bankrupt and sentence her to hell. That was very creative. I would love to hear a judge sentence someone to hell, especially her. That'd be great.
I thought it was funny that right after that she was like, "Oh my God, I gotta quit because he's owned me here." I mean, it would have been funny. That was actually a pretty good stream, I have to say. That was a good document, good stream. It was a lot of fun. But I never thought that she would be outdone by the per se litigant. Or the per se, I'm sorry. Not litigant, my bad. The persecutor. I like that better.
The persecutor.
Yeah, he should have a
That's
shirt
great.
that says the persecutor.
Yeah, he definitely needs merch that says the persecutor. I can't even say it. Persecutor.
You know what? I have to say, but a real co-host would be able to say persecutor.
Listen, I told you I had some IPAs. There are going to be words that I find difficult to say.
Oh, what a train wreck of a stream. It's fun. I like it.
Sober me is going to be really upset with tipsy me tomorrow. It's going to be funny.
Why is that? Because you put on a fun live stream.
Because I always am. I'm always like, that idiot. Why doesn't she stop at 2?
Well, I mean, when you go out though and you have fun, like what's wrong with that?
True.
I think that's ways they need to put together the 56K cruise lines. I keep talking about that. They need to do that for real.
Yeah.
I mean, they've made a decent little amount. Here's the thing I don't understand. Why do you have to beg for tires when over the course you've definitely, even after YouTube's part, you've definitely taken home well over $20,000 since this started. So why do you have to be like, I can't afford tires? Are you kidding me? I mean, seriously, these people, man, they've racked it in, and people are giving them tires now.
Good Lord.
Well, they said that Libs was retired. They didn't realize what that meant. Okay, so what are we asking for in this? We are asking for compensatory damages, again, in the amount to be determined at trial. Again, at trial, baby, but in excess of $50K. Punitive damages, again, an order requiring the defendant to furnish security to the plaintiff and prohibiting defendant from filing similar lawsuits against plaintiff. I think if you can get it from filing similar lawsuits, period. I mean, she needs to be
against anybody, not just us.
Yeah. If you get this on record, though, that would be one thing that would help out a lot of other people too. This is her nightmare scenario, because I mean, she really is. If she talked to somebody out there outside of this little echo chamber that they wanted to put together, they'd probably tell her, "Man, you got a problem here. You have a real problem." And if her husband doesn't realize that, oh man, I feel
he's living with someone who's severely unwell, and he's probably affected in some way by that. I don't know how, but most likely some of it is rubbing off.
Well, unfortunately, I'll tell you that even though there could be all of these issues, I mean, he would take a real chance of, I mean, if there was a problem, they have had problems. I mean, it's come up in filings, but ultimately, he takes the real chance of losing kids and everything else. So, you gotta be careful with that. I'm not saying that it's gone to that point, but I mean, she's made some pretty horrible accusations about him. So,
and it's like she's so much like LMNOP. Like I can't believe men get anywhere near LMNOP anymore after all the accusations she's made against all these men that she's been involved with, including her current ex-husband, who still lives there, and she tells people that he does all these terrible things.
It's so bizarre.
And it's like how lips is. So you get them mad and they just start hurling accusations, and because they're women, law enforcement is more likely to believe them. Your professional reputation is going to be ruined. I mean,
It
not
doesn't
that
even
John
matter.
has a professional reputation. What is he? A professional slouch? What does he? What does he do?
Well, I mean, it definitely would hurt him if, you know, when you look at that filing, when you look at her cases and you see what she's accused him of, what you see the headline of that doesn't look good. Like, period. It doesn't matter how the case went. It looks really bad. You know, a lot of people will read the type of case, and again, they'll see DV with kids as part of the dissolution of marriage with children, and I mean, that can ruin you. You know, absolutely can.
It can.
And that's not excusing any of his behavior either. I'm just talking here. You know, let's look at this bankruptcy filing. This is what I was talking about here. So, on the 9th, we had Doc 23. They came in again. I need to just make sure that I don't know what's going on since then, but you have LMNOP, all of their crap, blah, blah, blah. There was an order to show cause why case should not be dismissed for failure to file list of creditors. Now, with the creditors, again, so this is, you know, we're talking about this ordered on the 7th. So this wasn't what we talked about back when, because this would be the 3rd time that this was brought up. But it notes on January the 3rd that the debtors, they filed voluntarily a Chapter 7 petition. To date, the debtors have failed to file a list of creditors containing the name and address of each entity included or to be included on schedules there, For the reasons it is ordered, the debtors shall file the required list of creditors within 14 days, which would have passed now.
I thought they did. Remember, Jeremy was on it.
Yeah, but it didn't have the name and addresses.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, so they had a list, but they didn't do what was noted with that. They didn't follow up with addresses. So that's where their issue has been, I think. You know, because they kept coming back to it, and they kept saying, you know.
Mm-hmm.
There. Yes, Tug never looks at the chat. I never look at the chat.
Damn it. Why would you tell him? Stop telling him.
I thought TTG sounded good, you know.
Damn it.
Yeah.
I thought we were going to get away with it for a lot longer. I was already planning my exit off the stream. I was going to be like, sorry, not sorry about your name. Later.
It's a shame you can't change the avatar people have. You know?
That would be funny.
Oh my God,
But
if I could change your avatar, oh Lord, this would have been, you know, you'd have had like a Mr. Potato Head with giant lips, something, you know. But it would have had very nice hair.
Dang it, chat. You had to ruin it. You had to tell him. Stop telling him. Like this. Like here's my lips avatar.
Oh man, I still have mine over here too, I think. Let me see. I don't remember if I still have mine up here or not. Yeah, I do. There it is. It's so pretty. It's so pretty. But yeah, I'm wondering about that though. I'm wondering if the follow-up happened there. You know, she also she apparently the damage control is real. She's trying now on standing in the truth to damage control and to say, never had any problems. I'm not ungrateful about the money, you know.
Oh, I didn't read this one. This is new.
Oh, yeah. So she was like, so I heard that this is after over a week of talking smack and all this other stuff. She's like, oh, by the way, today, first, supposedly, I said I was going to sue 2L. I never said that. You know, the claim actually wasn't to sue. That was 2L. Like when I put it in a thumbnail, that was because 2L said it that way. The claim was that she was looking into her and how much money
she made. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I've never said that. Never would. I have no reason to say that about 2L. But now the story's changed since I was able to prove that I did not say that. You know, by the way, it's funny that when she's trying to do this damage control and pointed at nebulous people out there. How you pointing it to Ellen Gay? You know, now people are saying I made it sound like she stole the money and other things are being said. Look, I am done being threatened over all this garbage. Who threatened, by the way? Wait, we got a Rager here. What's up?
Happiness is dancing.
What is? Happiness is dancing. Oh yeah.
Oh.
And when I'm happy, I dance too.
I know you do, and you dance good too. You know, you do. Yes. Did you like your ballet classes?
I have ballet.
You don't remember ballet? I had ballet. Yeah, that's where that shirt came from. You did a whole year of ballet. Do you not remember? I guess you were little. You know. Yeah. Yeah.
I said to do this.
Yeah, that's pretty good. You know, that is pretty.
I can
good.
do this.
Mm-hmm. Did you ever find your tooth?
No, the tooth fairy's gonna get it.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
the tooth fairy knows where his tooth is.
Yeah, the tooth fairy, definitely. Like, tooth fairy's got a tooth tracker, so it'll be all right. You know.
And who is the same the tooth on the board on the cob because I have a good scene.
That's right. She has a good way of finding that out. All right, hey, go upstairs. I got to read this, though. Okay, baby?
Everyone have a good day.
All right.
Happiness is dancing, everyone.
Happiness is dancing.
Happiness is dancing.
Hey, somebody asked, is happiness also candy?
Yep.
Yep, and happiness is candy, too. I heard about. Hey, your birthday is up in, like 2 weekends. We're going to have a birthday. What did you say you wanted to do for your birthday?
Go to the candy shop.
Yeah, that's the only. A party? No. Candy shop? Yes. Okay.
Candy shop is my favorite.
I am well aware.
And Murphy's well no. But the other candidate in this round
Mhm.
is looking for me, so maybe I go there.
Maybe both. Oh my goodness. I mean, it is his birthday, right?
Yeah, I want to go to Boston.
Go to both. Oh, well, we'll talk about
Let's
it.
go to this one and tell my birthday starts.
Mm-hmm.
And when
She's sitting here with the biggest grin on her face, like, oh, both candy shops. I never thought of that.
I want to go to the first one first, and then the second one is the second one.
Okay, well, give me a hug and kiss. And then you gotta go upstairs, okay, baby? Mwah. Love you.
Do I look good?
You do. I love your outfit. It's beautiful. You look very cute. Yep. Here, dance yourself. Don't dance on the steps, though. All right. Don't dance on the steps, or you'll dance right down the steps again. You thought that was funny. Yeah.
That is funny. You laughed too.
I did, but it wouldn't be funny if you fell down the steps. So be careful.
But I will be dancing on the steps. And
You won't be
I would
dancing.
Dance down like that.
You won't be dancing if you throw out the ray hip.
What's a white hand?
Exactly. That's what we all ask. What is a ray hip? All right, go upstairs.
What's a white hand?
What is a ray hip?
White hand so real.
I don't know. That's what the world's been wondering. What is a ray hip?
I am.
I don't know. Inquiring minds want to know. All right, close the door for me. Thank you. All right, let me wake the monitor up here. Give me a second. All right, so now people are saying I made it sound like she stole the money and other things are being said. Look, I'm done being threatened over this garbage. I'm done being accused of doing anything to Lisa by anyone. I'm done having people who trusted in us now saying they are sad to hear we or I'm ungrateful, because I'm not in any way, shape, or form ungrateful. Never have been. How could you say she stole the money when the baby had Christmas? The fence is here and the damn lumber. It's sitting in my house. It's sitting in my house.
$60,000 lumber?
$20,000 fence.
I don't believe that lumber.
You know, they're going with that, by the way. It started as a joke. You know, we were laughing about how somebody in their chat said $20,000 fence. You know, we started laughing about that. Well, they have adopted that. It is now a $20,000. Are you freaking kidding me, man?
That fence is not $20,000.
That fence.
By
is
the way,
$2,000.
where's Only Me? You know, he was causing all kinds of problems last week. Where did he go?
Yeah, he wanted all the info, man. It's out there. You covered it.
Yeah,
yesterday.
I mean, it's funny how, you know, he was all upset and wanted receipts and everything. And I work for an entire week getting them. Where is he? Where is this guy?
Well, I
And
would.
what do you think about being told that fence cost $20,000?
Yeah. Well, you know.
Fence.
Here's my question for real, legitly. He said he went public and said that he had lawyers that audited and said everything was. Are you kidding me? Like, what would you? First of all, I have no thought on them allowing. There's no way.
He said
no
he
way.
lied. Then he said he lied.
Yeah, because there's no way that they would have allowed him into the bank. The only thing he could have audited is whether or not the money actually went through. You know, because there's no way they would have allowed him in. They also, they haven't kept receipts. Like for one, I have no doubt, none at all, that they have not kept any. You can tell just by the changing quote unquote receipt. Again, you had something go from, well, we paid this with Lowe's cards and donations and a couple of grand to it cost $7,000 to now 20 grand. I mean, somebody's getting billed. Like I said, when all this came up, though, I figured there would be damage control. Sooner or later they'd get her in line somehow. They'd probably go carrot and stick. There's probably some incentive, but there's probably also a threat of get in line, or else you saw what would happen.
Mm-hmm.
And she's out in the cold. But if anybody gives her money from now, I mean, you deserve to lose your money after everything you've seen.
After everything you've seen. I mean, I just don't, there's no excuse anymore. There are so many charities out there and good causes of people who need your money if you're desperate to give it away. There are so many good causes to give it to. Your local church is a better place to give your money than these people who I have shown you beyond a reasonable doubt that have been grifting on the internet for most of their adult lives.
Setting my money on fire in my lawn would be a better use of my money,
right?
Honestly, But, so you tell me how I can say she stole the money when all the evidence is right here in front of my face? I never said it. Well, okay, so you're telling me with what? It's gotta be well over $70,000 that you had a Christmas party, and again, we're not counting in Lowe's cards and everything else. Every time you look at those screenshots, you see thousands of dollars represented that are provably represented in just Lowe's cards. We have no idea what came through and other gift cards. We know people that gifted just all kinds of stuff for those parties and more. So we don't know what was in that, but yeah, that's all represented. Okay. But how I get to say that? I never said it. So if you're being told that by anyone, they're lying. I stand on it. I thought you stayed in it, by the way, not on it.
God.
Shame the hell on anyone. Shame the hell on anyone.
Shame the hell? What?
Who is saying that? Shame on you. John and I are more than thankful and grateful. Grateful for all that Lisa and Tori and many others have done for us in HG. Yeah, well, Ray denounced you, by the way. It's funny, we have nothing but love, two sides of every story. So they spent a lot of time talking about she'd never trust anyone again. She posted. That's one of the reasons I love keeping receipts on this drama, because we go from the I will never trust anyone. These people I've never.
Yeah, that's
seen
what she said the first
it.
time. I will never trust anyone again. Talking about Lisa. Now suddenly it's she has all my support. Jeez, what does Lisa have on these people? Like, what is she? How does she get them to, like, Lips was ready to turn on her too, and then all of a sudden she's sending her a recording kissing ass.
Because, man, they get in there and they actively conspire with these folks. I mean, here's her other one, where she was going to do a video over the horrible lies talking about, about me on 2Ls. So watch for it. So again, this is straight up. It's bullshit for her to say, I never was saying anything bad. Well, here's the horrible lies that 2L said about me. My heart is breaking over this garbage. I will never trust another human being in my life. So it's right there and documented. She talks shit.
I never said I didn't trust them.
When did I ever say anything negative about them? When did I ever?
Oh my God, she's unbelievable.
I mean, these people, they clown us. So, and the worst part is some of these people believe it, you know? Like some of these people believe it. By the way, Ozzy Osbourne passed today.
Yeah. I thought it's amazing that he was able to do his farewell concert before he died. Wasn't that just like a couple weeks ago?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it was such a nice event for him, with all those different artists paying tribute to him and, his legacy and his music. For him to get to see that, before he passed away was really great.
Man. Black Sabbath, though, gosh, man. When I had a friend who was just totally obsessed with Black Sabbath and, early Ozzy, and that really got me into a lot of that. That definitely marked a lot of my teenage years, and I look back at that fondly. And I saw that today. I was like, man, first Malcolm Jamal Warner, then you have that. You got everything happening with Bruce Willis,
Mm-hmm.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to hit super chats on that really upbeat note.
Yeah. Great. Thanks for that. But,
we
were laughing 10 minutes ago. Now everyone's depressed.
I know. We had to
It's a
depress
heap.
them. No, I mean, if you didn't hear about Ozzy, though, it is sad.
It is. I
still
feel
did.
for Sharon. Those two were together for a very long time. And they seemed very happy together. And, I hope that she's doing okay. I'm sure she isn't.
That's just so bizarre, all of that going on. 1 second here. I'm looking at the bankruptcy thing. Yeah, there's no Max Lab sent over the Pacer monitor thing for that. And yes, 23 was the last filing, the one I showed you. That was the last document to go in. So, maybe things ran because that would have been yesterday, but you would expect, the deadline was yesterday. So,
well, that's a problem then. I guess we'll hear something from the court soon.
Well, either way, if they think that delaying like that would be a good idea, that's not smart. Trying to, I filed it. Oh, well, it's kicked. I'm going to do it later or whatever. Like that's some weird plan. No,
we made a mistake.
You can only do that so long, man. And then on the other part of that, first of all, they've already damage done. So if they're thinking they're going to go out and damage control, like they already admitted to 3 cellular carriers. They admitted stuff they shouldn't have. That the timing of it was very stupid, but that's them.
That's them.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna hit super chats. You hanging or you?
All right. No, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go to sleep. That's what I'm gonna do.
All
but good
right.
night, chat. It was a lot of fun. Thanks for letting me derail your stream, Tug.
And tomorrow we will be back at it, and I will definitely set your stream on fire.
And I will try to be professional tomorrow, but maybe I shouldn't even try. Maybe I should just leave. I don't know. Maybe I should start drinking before tomorrow's stream and just let it all go to hell. Actually, I think what we're gonna do tomorrow is hit those last 3 whiteboard categories that we didn't get to, because those actually, the ones that are left, one of them is probably the most explosive. So yeah,
well, they were good. That was well put together, by the way. It was.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's one thing. That's one of the reasons I was like, man, we'll wait, and when Megan gets back, but you were like, nope, I'm gonna go ahead and put that together. So it's like, hell yeah.
Well, it was burning like a hole in my brain anyway, because I'd had all that stuff for so long, and I meant to put it together in a way that would be that we could look at it like that. And it just occurred to me to do it on a whiteboard. And that isn't even half of what I have. I tried to do an overview. There's so much more, you guys. In every single category, there's more. And I knew I wouldn't be able to put it all in because it would just be overwhelming. I mean, already it took us 3 hours to get through most of it. And there's still 3 categories left. So, I mean, it really, like Rosalind said, it is incomprehensible, the history of this woman. In fact, I told you, I talked to a source once who did her college senior project on this family, on their family tree. And she found it so fascinating that she's followed them forever. She's followed them since then and kept up with the kids and what they're doing. And it's this incredible story of crazy. And I mean, she's an unbelievable source. And it talking to her was just like intense.
I can only imagine.
How can you imagine? I mean, imagine that someone like a biographer basically is following your family because it's so nuts and has been doing so since college. And she's like, you know, middle-aged now.
That's wild, to be honest. But I mean, I could see that though.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, they are pretty crazy. Who would have thought they'd be this entertaining?
Oh, and guess what? I forgot to tell you this before I go. There's been an order on the docket in the Orange County case against Lips, and the judge has set the trial date. Did you know that?
No,
we're going to trial in June of 2027. So, chat, you know what that means? We've got 2 more years of content for
forever
this.
Content. Oh, that's funny.
So on
You know,
that note.
that's about right though. You know, with everything that is going to have to happen, you know, with Discovery,
True.
She is bitten off a lot more. You know, she's going to have to pay for it.
Oh, I'm
too.
going to enjoy keeping her in court for 2 years.
Oh yeah.
After what
for
she
sure. You know, she tried, like I said, she tried to, all joking aside and everything, she wanted to ruin our reputations.
Yep.
She wanted to cause us damage. She wanted to cause.
She wanted to ruin our SEO search history.
Mm-hmm. But she wanted to stress us out. She knows that health problems have been going on and stuff. She's hoping that she could impact that negatively, and you know, she made it very personal. She did. She told us that's what she was doing too. So,
how big will Leslie's lips be by then? That's a good question, Audio Coffee. We can only just, you know, keep measuring and observing as the days go by. Hopefully she'll back off the filler because those lips really need some help. All right, I'm out of here.
See ya. All right, man. But yes, we definitely, like I said, the filing for ourselves should be hitting the docket soon enough. And then we will talk about everything with that. I don't want to get ahead of it yet, but it is definitely, it is 150 million %. It is happening for sure. Like there's no guesswork to it. There is no, we may, no, it's going to happen. It is in process. Like Megan said, we've definitely moving forward. I'm looking forward to it too, because again, she wanted this. She begged for it. She wanted it until she didn't get the clout. She didn't get the money. She didn't get the notoriety. Now suddenly it's a problem again. Isn't that something? I'm gonna change my name so when random people come in, they're like, "Wait a minute, what's that?" That host, that main host guy. That's so funny. All right, let's do this. Angela Quinn. What's up, Angela, by the way? Thank you for the membership. Obviously, you've been around here much longer than just now. Thank you. Welcome. Thank you for the membership. welcome to Tugs Thugs. Also, again, thank you for being here for a while. I appreciate you for sure. Max Lab, thanks for the 2. Crazy day. Yeah, Jeremy Hale's is short. Oh my God, amazing. Yes, indeed. You know, his short talked about filing. Actually, should have probably pulled that thing up, you know. If you haven't, you should check out What the Hales, because he put up a short talking about this filing that's coming. Or rather, the complaint that's coming. Not just a file. I said filing, but it's not a filing. The complaint that's coming, talking about the 2L practicing without a license, and that, yeah, 100% legit. If you go on the docket again, it is there. I redact addresses, but if you go on the Fed 2 docket, you can see 100% it came from her address. When I looked at that, I immediately saw that it stuck out because, you know, there'd been so much talk about Ray and where Ray was, but also there was the whole the nasty, you know, the code with the golf carts and all of this. So I was like, gross. So I think about that area, and like Megan said, you know, there was this report that came out calling the place the STD capital. So when I see that, it automatically registers, you know, all that stuff together. But what it doesn't register is raving there. So why is a filing coming from that place? So it's like, that's bizarre. But yeah, that's short. Something else. Jack Miles, thanks for the 2. Bells for Ozzy, please, Tug. Thanks, y'all. I don't have any bell sounds, you know. I definitely, though, like I said, Ozzy, 100%. Loved the guy. So many years enjoying his creations. I also remember, you know, back in the day, the Ozzy Osbourne reality show, you know, where they had his family on. You know, it seems like a lifetime ago nowadays. But back when, that was something. I mean, even that was entertaining. He mainstreamed this type of music. Who would have thought you go from that 70s freaking acid rock kind of sound with Black Sabbath into him doing his thing, but somehow he managed to mainstream and he became this commodity. He and Sharon Osbourne, they built an empire. It's crazy, and like I said, love to him. SF, thanks too. R.I.P. Ozzy. Yeah, glad we got one last show for the road. Indeed, it is. It's sad. There's been too much of that. Like I said, that and with Malcolm Jamal Warner, apparently, you know, from the early reports, accidental drowning. Oh, so much. So sad, man. Emma, thanks for the vibe. Oh my God, a thumb with a face is the perfect description. Yeah. You know, if he head bunnied you, would he leave a thumbprint? Oh, my Lord. Jane. Also, you know, they were talking about how he was trying to intimidate and do all of this stuff with Germany, like Megan was saying too. And it's so bizarre considering some of the stuff these idiots have done and the way they've tried to incite folks. And yet, Jane, thanks for the 6 months there. Good to be here. Well, glad to have you, Jane. Glad to have you. Thank you for the 6 months, dude. That's amazing. Rhea Rye, thanks for the 2. Paint Chips is not a stranger to biscuit tea. Indeed, I've been a little bit too much of not a stranger to it too, you know, but I have the one thing, I'm taller. So that's worked a little bit better for me. Lee, was it Lee Sargent? Thanks for the 2. No Tuck, Hamburglar might be seen as a threat. I thought it was more accurate. Again, you know, prison stripes. But what do I know, right? Robert, thanks for 3 months. Good evening, Doug and Megan. Well, hey, how are you doing? Thank you also. 3 months. Appreciate you, Robert. Man, look at that. Maybe not. What's a maybe not? Thank you for the 5 giftos. Much appreciated there. Loved it. I saw those along with it. There was a little block here that came in. There was maybe not dropped in. Thank you again. Mama Cat. dropped in as well. I love the background, by the way. That reminds me of, you know what's funny is that background, it actually reminds me of Scarface when I first see it, you know, which is awesome. It's so nice and everything. And then when I see the little thumbnail, I think Scarface. So funny. But thank you, Bobby Cat, for the 5 gifted memberships there. That is much appreciated. And thank you, Fallen Hero. Thank you, my friend. That is appreciated as well. Very much so. Thank you for the gifted membership. Man, that, like I said, those little blocks, they look cool too. Thank you. 2012, what's up? Thanks for the 2 there. Watch out, Megan. I can end streams like no other. I know, man. I wish I could have put a virtual piece of tape over the button tonight, considering how that could have gone when she was leaving. Mama Cat, thanks for the 6 months. Thank you, Mama Cat there. It's a dryer gremlin. So yeah, the same one that steals your side. Yeah, indeed. Those freaking dryer gremlins. You know, people used to say that. My grandma would actually say dryer gremlins. And after I saw, when I was really little, when I saw gremlins the first time, and the idea horrified me, you know, that end, you know, when you think about gremlins, and the end of it, the whole speech about you might just have gremlins. I was like, oh no, no, there really are dry gremlins. Sassy, thanks for the 5 there. Why is my icon different color from before? Love y'all. Is it? Let's see. Let me look at it. Is it from membership? Do you have like a green? Is that what you're talking about? Is it? Like I said, is it membership? Because there's different colors for membership, for mod. So maybe that's what you're talking about. I'm not sure. I'd have to look at it and see the difference in that. What's up, Cynic? Thanks for the 2 there. Dollary dues to repo lips, implants, and lip filler. Man, yes, that's what I need. That's what I need to go for. Bob, thanks for the 5 there. Read the voice of Megan's dad. Oh, man. I can hear it in my brain now. Megan, we got a call from the CDC. Ask if you've been hanging with a guy named Jay Hip. Something I should know. Oh my God, I could hear that in my brain. That's absolutely hilarious. I love that freaking that Thunderdome picture, by the way. Give me a second, I was looking for it. I filed it away. I like the way somebody else made the original one. Well, give me a minute. They made the whole setup here, and I liked it. I was like, man, that looks good. You know, the backdrop and everything. I put in a different sign. I thought Clouder Dome was funny. You know, they put in this, and then I put that across the bottom and put the mask like that one there. But I liked how they put it together and made it like it was good work. And I really liked what ChatGPT did for his speech too. I thought that was really funny. Mimi, thanks 34 months. Thank you. Rolling up on 3 years, Mimi. Thank you there. Megan, someone needs to check the dryer vent ducts that run up through the wall, by the roof. Yeah, clog vent. That's true. That's true. Actually, you know, I need to note that to her when she's more soberly inclined. For sure. You're right on that. A gamer jacket, thanks for the 2. Sent you and me a paint chips hamburger. The paint chips hamburglar. Oh my God. Let me see if it's there. Give me a second here. I want to see that. Paint chips hamburglar. Man, I can't find it right off the bat. This thing is being so weird today. I see the, oh my God, there's another thumb one. It really looks right. That's creepy. Actually, it is not pulling up all the way there. I'll have to, oh, the Ray filing thing, by the way. Somebody did send that stuff over when that was being discussed too. So, whoopsie. That might be something to file away as well. Good show for that too. These folks, they admit way too much. I'll check it out a little bit, Gamer Jack. I appreciate it. For some reason, my email is being laggy. I don't know what's up with that. I'm my favorites. Thanks for the 5 there. LP's bankruptcy paralegal just got in trouble for practicing without a law license. Oh no. Oh no, that's so funny. The paralegal. I love it. Hey, Allie, thanks for the 2 there. Mailed you the Muppet Thunderdome. Okay, so was that you, Allie, that made the original pictures, by the way, that I was playing with? Was that you that sent those over? Because those are a lot of fun. I like those. I couldn't remember who sent the original there, but if that was you, props to you, Allie. I get so many pictures. I just forget who sends stuff too. Yeah. Rickles, thanks for the 5 there. Ecosystem Publishing presents Avoiding Scamming, $20 per copy, and someday delivery. Indeed. It is funny. Like, you have people in there that legitimately have been in trouble for fraud, for scamming. You would think that would be a giant warning sign when somebody's gone to prison for it, but it doesn't matter. Alex, thank you for the $10 super sticker. Thank you, Alex, again. As always, appreciate you. And as always, I always appreciate seeing your avatars. I love them. Maybe not. Thanks for the 5 there. McPhail says, Hales, yeah, the Hungry Hippo game. Yes. I did see that in that video, by the way. I commented on that video. I thought that was funny when he brought that up. It was so strange that he found that after we started talking about it. You know, it's just, again, like Megan said, it's so bizarre. It's like living in a simulation. Rider Chick, thank you for the gifted membership there. Thank you very much, Rider Chick. Appreciate you. Rach, thanks for the 2. They sell the Hungry Turtles on Amazon. Like I said, we need to do I don't know if anybody out there has ever like modified a game, but I think having a feature where you could slap the other turtle in the face when it reaches for the money, I think that'd be funny. Modify the heads where they accept coins instead of like the marbles that they pick up. Oh God, you could have so much fun making this. Re-arrive, thanks for the 2. Now that's a turtle rescue. Oh my goodness, man. This whole thing, I do want to do that spinning top thing too that we were talking about. I thought that might be funny too. You know, have them battle. Patty, thanks for the 20 there. Hey, thank you, Patty. Candy money for the love and the bug. Well, thank you. That is very awesome of you. Appreciate it. Yeah, the little one, like I said, she's been really funny. She lost her she lost her tooth, and when it popped out, she was, you know how little kids get when they lose a tooth. They get really excited because they think, oh man, money time, baby, money time. So she was really excited about it. Give me a second here. She was really excited about it. She was celebrating the idea. She had lost another one because it's coming right around her birthday. So she's like, oh man, I'm all moneyed up. and then it bounced away. It was kind of funny because my mom was there when it happened. And my mom was like, she looked, and then I helped look, and we could not find it. She said she heard it bounce away. She didn't eat it on accident or something. But I thought that was funny. Thank you, Patty. SF, thanks for 5. Tug, be glad that you joined the show and didn't end the stream. That's true. That's absolutely true. I thought this was good too. Like Chucky said, at least when things are going on, I'm honest. I'm like, hey, Tug, can you read this? And I'm like, yeah, wait. I'm watching a video, or I'm playing a video game. The other night I was playing a co-op video game. That's what was happening there. So I was throwing down. I was playing Warships on my phone. So I was throwing down on it. I actually like doing that sometimes. So I was playing, what is it called? Force of Warships. Just goofing off. But it has multiple players. It's like I can't remember, 6-on-6 or 7-on-7 or something. Well, it gets timed. It's a 12-minute thing. I'm down the last 90 seconds. Tris, thanks for the 5. Megan, when you said huge mistake, it made me think of Julia Roberts and Pretty Woman. I love hearing Lugging Button. Thank you, by the way. Yeah, man, when you hear the oldest, she's sounds so much older. It's wild to listen to her these days, isn't it? Marissa, thanks for the 5. Can Jeremy add his husband to the lawsuit since she did say something along the lines that she uses her husband's law license? Well, that can come up in the litigation, which could definitely be a problem. You know, I mean, that's an admission that they obviously didn't like. They changed something. I've got it right here. Hey, what's up, kiddo?
What's up, everyone? And Dad.
Everyone and Dad? Yeah, what's up? What you doing?
How you doing?
What you doing, short?
I'm not sure.
Oh, you're not short?
Because I'm going to turn 6.
Vertically challenged?
6. I go to 6.
Yeah, you're going to be 6. That's
And
right.
then I'm not going to.
Oh, you want to show off for a minute? Let's see, what is 3 plus 2? Let's see if we can do it. How much is that?
5.
5. Good job.
I had to do it remember because you can't say it.
Yeah, no, I was like giving you a minute. Yeah, you did it on your own. You did it all by yourself. That's amazing. You've gotten so much better at that. You have. You want to try one more?
Yeah.
What is 3 plus 3?
3 plus 3.
Mm-hmm.
6.
6. Good job, man.
Everyone,
That was so good. Give me a huggle. That's so good. I'm proud of you.
everyone, be happy and dance. Be happy and dance because I have good dance.
Yeah, be careful. Don't happy dance yourself into falling over something. You know. All right, but hey, kiddo, give me a hug. You go upstairs so I can finish up what I'm doing, okay? And then maybe I'll let you play some Pac-Man. Okay?
You mean Pac-Man game?
Yeah, I'll let you play some Pac-Man game on my phone later after my stream.
What about my stick that you will give me?
Well, yeah, like I said, afterwards. But you have to go upstairs. Let me finish first,
You
okay?
almost pushed me.
Nobody pushed you.
You
I was
almost.
trying to give you a hug. Come here. I was trying to grab you and give you a hug.
Yeah, it's
Push
push
you. You're nut.
money.
You know, you're just too slick. You're too fast.
I'm too thick.
No, you're too slick. You're too
I'm-
fast.
I'm grease.
That's. Can you
And
say? Can you say? Thank you, your mom.
thank you, your mom. Thank
Sit.
you, mom.
Hi, can you
Thank you.
look at
Thank
this?
you, mom.
So,
Thank you, your
do you
mom.
know what that number is? I don't know if we've really gone with that.
50.
No, it's a 2 at the beginning. 20.
25.
There you go. You got it. Good job. That's candy shop. That's candy shop money. It says, and happy early birthday to you too.
Happy early birthday.
Yeah, your birthday's coming pretty soon. It's in a couple weeks. All right. Well, hey, go upstairs. Let me finish up. Okay.
Everyone have a good day.
You have a good night too. You know. You have a very good night.
I got something. I forgot something down here last time.
No, you can get it in a minute. Okay, take it up there with you. Yeah, I forgot about that little ring game.
I can't.
All right, hey, you got to go upstairs though. I can't read these until you go up the steps. Don't throw that. You're gonna break it. That's not when you can throw up the stairs. It's not a ball. You know, you gotta be careful like that. She got one of those ring games. She's trying to get the rings on, and she's like, and threw it down. I was like, you can't throw that thing; that'll break. You know, but she got one of those, those like little plastic dollar toys, where they're fun, but they can be annoying too. Where you have the little ring, you push the buttons, and you're trying to make the little rings fly up and fall on it. She was doing that. She's like, well, you can't throw that. The thing will break. But yeah, the question, Marissa, adding, I don't really think you can add the husband necessarily, but as far as the law license statements and stuff, they may be something. I'm curious. Again, you would think that they wouldn't want this case going forward, that they do everything in their power to make sure that, anybody filing something that we didn't, that we weren't going to to have any kind of ill will going forward, that she would try to make good. But she didn't try to make good with anyone, with Hales. Apparently there was whatever happened there. Again, I'm not privy to what happened with them. With Jeremy, he talked about that. But again, we weren't involved is what I mean. But we too were added to this stuff. She decided again she wanted to go out to harass, defame. She wanted to show off to her new pals too. Because there was no reason whatsoever to do that. She decided, to play these people, it's so terrible. So I'm going to amp up my my channels. I'm going to create dozens of accounts, multiple channels over and over, making them. She's going to make some of the nastiest freaking videos too, just insane stuff. And on top of it, like I said, she wants to forget about the revenge prawn, that she admitted it was that, and she distributed. I'm sure that if that's played for a jury, she'd have a real problem. See, that's the thing that they want to play a game with. They want to pretend that they want to go forward, that they want things to be in front of a jury. They're okay with that. They don't want that at all. They 100% do not want a world where that ends up in front of a jury. But that's going to be one of the things that's aimed there. 100%. Jack's mom, thanks for the 2. Yes, absolute moron. Indeed. And Jack's mom. Thank you, Jack's mom, by the way. I very much appreciate you too. Writer Chick, thanks for the 10. A friend of mine got curious about all this and asked Felicia a question. Felicia attacked her, calling her a derogatory name just for asking a question. I think she decides who she believes now. Yeah, you're good to go as long as you 100% fall in line. That's the thing. Like I said, good faith stuff, I don't care about. You can have opinions. You really don't. See, they mime the same thing I say here. Like I say that, they're like, oh yeah, we'll pick that up. Just like picking up AI use of pictures, just like picking up music and making that. They're like, oh yeah, let's just try to incorporate all of that into our show, of course, because they haven't ever had an original idea in their lives. But when they're doing the little speech of, I don't care if, they absolutely care if. Again, if you don't like you liking or disliking Jeremy Hale, that means nothing to me in the process of it. I'm not Jeremy Hales. What matters here again is the idea that these people have tried to train wreck someone's life and their reputation. And when they get on board with that, again, Lips really messed up, and the ecosystem messed up with this too. When she opens this lawsuit, which he has now prevailed against, remember, he won that lawsuit. They introduced it into the Fed case. There's a couple of ways to go about that. Again, number one, talk about how he prevailed. Number two, you talk about how she fraudulently filed this. They encouraged it, by the way. And on top of it, even, like I said, 2L was dumb enough to put that in her filing. She thought that Lips was going to stick around. And see, that's the thing where they're trying to spin this. 2L knows she got in a lot of trouble with that. That's why she probably hasn't gone knives out on Lips yet. Because ultimately, it's not just about the damage control. It's also about, it's tied to her court filing, which is even worse than just ecosystem damage control. Such a mess there. But yeah, your friend there, and again, your friend can ask whatever, they're welcome to. I think Megan did a pretty good breakdown yesterday of part of the backdrop, and it's just a slight picture of it. It's much bigger. Long. Thanks for the 5 there, Tug. Mail tomorrow for lug present and turtle gummies. I will definitely check that, and thank you all. I've got all this stuff again. I keep saying I need to photograph and set up. man, I've been having trouble going and doing. This medication has helped more, but man, this stuff is for the last couple of weeks. I feel like I'm running on. I feel like I'm like, if I were a vehicle, I would be at that point where the caution lights flashing and you're like almost out of gas. So I felt like, oh my god. But I felt better like when I'm doing this stuff. But man, whew. But I will get to all that too. I apologize. Like that's one thing I had. Like people have sent stuff and everything, and it's much appreciated. In fact, it makes things when things are like going on. It makes things nice with the girls. The girls love like the activity stuff that's sent. Just there's so many great things. I can't say enough about that. But I do want to give people props in it too. Andre, thanks for the 2 there. Lips is French. French is bean. New name for is that babine? Is that how babine? I'm not sure how to pronounce that exactly. It's interesting though. Danny, thanks for the 16 months. It's my birthday. Hey, it's your birthday. Let's see, bust out the beautiful happy birthday song. Here we go.
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday, Danny. What's up from all of us
to you?
Oh, happy birthday. Bust it up.
May all your dreams come
true.
Happy
birthday.
We love to have you here. Happy birthday. Here's to another year.
I love that song. I love it. Thank you. And thank you, Danny, too. Much appreciated. Like I said, happy birthday. I hope it has been a fabulous one for you. And love returned to you. Appreciate you. Robert, what's up, Robert? Thanks for the 5 there. This smart lawyer, the broke OnlyFans star. We need to call her Only Lips. Only Lips. That's funny. We have LP and OL. That's funny. Yeah, those advertisement videos, they were bizarre. Like there's some they are very bizarre. I just I thought it was strange that again, she brought litigation. She claimed things that did not exist, and then you have these videos. So I was like, well, what are those? When she brought litigation against family. So Spin Doctor, thanks for the 20 there. That happy little bug voice just melts. I know. She's had such a cute voice. And she knows it too. The funniest thing is she knows she's very cute. Deb, thanks for the 5. I think the new thing should be 2 ticks and the turtles. I'm going to say backside. Oh, that's funny. Oh my God. That's funny. Oh man, what's up, AJ's World? Thank you, maybe not for pointing this out, but AJ's World, I didn't realize it was your birthday. For sure. Much love to you. Let's give you, both of you, by the way, you know what? First of all, I need to do the Chi-Chi, so I need it first. So for you and, like I said, I don't want Danny left out there. Let's, happy birthday, yeah, from all of us to you. Happy birthday, my short arms make your dreams come true. It's beautiful. Now let's do the song. Whoops, that's fighting the wrong button.
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
From both of us to you. Happy birthday! May all your dreams come true. Happy birthday!
So much.
We love to have you here. Happy birthday! Here's to another year.
And much love to you. AJ's World, appreciate the heck out of you. That's good. Yeah, man, love all you folks. Stargasm, what's up? Thanks for the 20 there. Selling J for 2 cents, but I'll give you a discount code free. You know what you do though is you sell like the mute gag. You'd be like, free co-host, the ability to mute only 1,400,000. That's how you go. James, thanks for the 5. On sad note, R.I.P. Ozzy. Indeed, man. Like I said, that's so many years. Love to him. That's the thing as we march forward. Eventually, everything you either fall by the wayside or you watch everyone that is like that eventually, and it is sad. But I remember what he gave us too. No, what is that? What is that? Is that a Barbie doll? Oh.
It was one of my last Barbie dolls that I missed one time.
Oh.
Look.
Her hair is crazy.
Yeah, it's so long.
It's crazy. Yeah. Well, okay. Well, why don't you take her and go play with her? That's cute. I like her. Yeah. Her hair is nuts.
Her hair is so big.
I know.
Look at that.
That's wild.
Everyone, hello and have a good day.
You have a good day too.
You did give me a hug and a kiss.
Well, give me a hug and kiss real fast. Come here. Come here. I always like the hug. Give me a kiss on the cheek. Thank you. Mwah.
Hey, look. Do you like the Barbie doll?
No, you keep the Barbie doll.
Do you like it though?
Yeah, I like it, but you keep it. You take it upstairs.
I know you like a princess.
Yeah.
Your dad's favorite princess is Princess Ariel.
Spin Doctor, thanks for the 5 there. I missed a list, maybe suffering from Foley Ado. Oh my goodness. Mr. I wonder for real, like no, all jokes aside, I do wonder about why people put up with some of the insanity they do. Like this stuff has the ability to again, crash everything. You're talking about potentially, tarnishing your reputation. When people do searches for a litigation, they're going to find where you did this under your, you were the lawyer representing. You were listed on that multiple times, going back and forth. And then there is lawsuits because you brought garbage filing. So anybody that wants to hire you, they look at that and they're like, well, why would I want to hire you? That's a problem. There's a real problem there. Hey, thanks for the 2 there. Candy shop, dental bills. LOL. Indeed. Thank you for that, by the way. Much appreciated. Man, I wish, I remember being a kid and loving candy. God, when you listen to little kids, you think, I wish my life, I could simplify everything like that, like they do. It's amazing. Mama Bear, thanks for the 5. Ask Travis how much the bigger fence he's putting up by himself cost. I'm pretty sure it's not $20K. Yeah, indeed. I'm pretty sure that we are not talking about $20K with that for sure. SF, thanks for the 5. And giggles. I looked up the cost of one of those fence panels from Home Depot, Otter Creek area, $70-$80. Yeah, I remember them. They were not extraordinarily expensive. We are not talking about, there is no way. You're talking one strip of fencing. People talking $20,000. That's insanity. Insanity. Kitty Cake, thanks for the 8 months there. Love bug rays. Me too. Sometimes like, hey, you just came back. But she's cute. And so, It's fun. And again, I don't lock them out or anything. Some of these people, like I get when people like can lock, like life off and stuff. But again, if I'm the one here, they need access, and I want them to always feel like that too. Number 1 cat whisper, thanks for 3 months. Max Lamb wants to remind you about Fed 2 and get. Yes, I need to bring that up. Tomorrow. So we did have that is actually quite the filing too, to be honest. We had the process server put in their proof of what happened as far as the subpoena is concerned. And ooh, it's really interesting. It has stuff that they're going to try to damage control off of. And yeah, that's going to be a problem, you know. But yes, we will definitely have to pick that up. I thank you for mentioning. I should have mentioned that earlier in this. Jack's mom, thanks for the 5. I've been in and out of here at night, so just notice your yeah, indeed. Looks like you've been playing with buckleup stuff. Like I had an allergic reaction to it. Lip gloss, what? Amanda, thanks for the 9 months. I sent you the clip. Lisa answered a question about raised filing last night. And Megan's email. Thank you for that. I appreciate that too. I'll check it out. I appreciate people sending that out for your mom. Thanks for the 25 again, and a happy 6th birthday. Yes, indeed. She's excited. It's coming for sure. Jack's mom, and again, thank you very much. Jack's mom, thanks for the Bar Association. Should see that there's an issue. When they see all the problem, lawyer, retired, disbarred, sanctioned, bad, fake, playing together. Yeah, the problem is that getting them to do anything it's ridiculous. Like, look at what they're willing to ignore. Look how bad things have to get before they're actually willing to do anything. It's mind-boggling. AKA the cat lady. Thanks for the 5 there. So the motion to quash hitting the docket are amazing. They're not holding back. They're really going after, Blake and Ryan, and while they support adjustment. So worth it. Yeah, I've been looking up some of that. I think that it's gotten some good coverage. You know, one of the things, like I said, one of the things that really sucks, though, again, you know, you've got all these people being targeted by these malicious freaking lawyers that want. That's a true freedom of expression stifling. You know, when they're not picking one person out with the Blake Lively stuff. They're not picking out one person and trying to shut them down. They try to shut down everyone. And what's amazing is that when you compare it to like what you see in a case like this, like compare the two, you know. Look at what some people have, and the allegations. It's fascinating because there is a similarity in the type of allegations these people have tried to make, and what the ecosystem points to be. Oh, look at this! It's like I said, it's interesting. You should look at it. But let's see. Let me see if I missed anything on here too. I think I'm caught up. All right. Well, I am going to jump. I am actually starting to feel a little right now. So I'm going to call it at this. I don't know who's live right now. Like I said, I'm just going to call it here. I appreciate you folks. Like I said, I'm feeling a little blah. So I will see you. And I appreciate you folks. We'll be on Megan's channel tomorrow. Thank you.